Didn't make the list.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 9 of Into the Mist. This is our Curse of Strahd official D&D campaign. Joel is killing Mel apparently early. Falpher likes to get people killed, but usually not until we're playing, so that's happening a little earlier tonight.
Usually kills himself
Before we jump in, we got a bunch of announcements. We're going to try and get through them as quick as possible. Bear with me while I motor through them. The first thing is Sirenscape. Want to thank our main title sponsor, as usual, Sirenscape. Sirenscape is an incredible fantasy player for your tabletop RPG games. Check them out at www.sirenscape.com. If you go to www.sirenscape.com/RealmSmith, whatever you purchase there lets them know that we're doing a great job. So check that out. And also we have a lot of sound sets on their website for sale that Brandon created for our adventure boxes, which is a lot of fun and awesome. Want to thank our product sponsors. Our new product sponsor, Dwarven Forge. Unfortunately, UPS sucks, and
they're not a sponsor.
No, and our Dwarven load of Dwarvenite has not arrived yet. It's supposed to arrive Friday, and it's supposed to now arrive tomorrow. So no Dwarven Forge on the table tonight, unfortunately, but we want to thank those guys, of course, for the sponsorship. As usual, as they're awesome. WizKids, of course, for all of the minis at the table and some of the items and so on that we use. We also want to thank Black Magic Design for the cameras that we use in the studio, as well as Elderwood Academy.
Yeah!
Because we have all these awesome Elderwood things. We've had these for a little while, but these are the spell books. You open them up and you put all your dice and your minis. Oh, let's take that note out of there that was there from the last campaign. Oh, there's another one too. There you go. Put all your dice and minis in them.
Jay.
Yeah, lots of notes. 2. At least 2. And this is a really cool dice tower thing that is like a scroll that you open up the top, becomes a dice tower, and then you twist this thing until it opens up, and you're so cool. Anyways, these are the RealmSmith branded ones. So you can check them out at elderwoodacademy.com. We are getting giveaways from them for the stream, but they haven't arrived yet. So as soon as they do, we'll jump into that as well. Joel wants to talk about Kickstarter real quick, which you guys have been following along with, and we're really excited about. So go ahead and chat about that, and we'll move on.
Guys, I'm going to look at that camera in the corner here so that everyone can... There we go. So tomorrow... Such a jerk, Adam.
So good.
Okay. So tomorrow we launch the Kickstarter for our dice spinners. I've been using them at the table. Brandon's been using them, and they are officially going up at noon tomorrow. They're exploding on Reddit right now, so thank you so much for all of those who are thumbing them up. There's going to be a link in the chat. So Josh, who's in the other room, will post a link that you can follow to follow the Kickstarter for when it goes live. They are going for $33 US a piece, and one of them is a D20 and D10. The other one is a D4, D6, D8, and D12, and that is all. And if you don't see the link in the chat, if you're on our Twitch stream, below it there's an image of the dice spinner. If you click it, it'll take you to the Kickstarter page for the dice spinners. Yay!
Awesome.
Done.
Good.
Waha.
Really great. We're really excited for that. That's awesome. Just a quick note for those that are watching. First of all, I want to thank... this is not the quick note. We want to thank Julian and Josh in the back. Julian is producing for us. Josh is moderating for us in the studio. The thankless job of being behind the camera instead of in front of it, like
Except
us.
that we're thanking
like
them
us
right now.
yahoos. Yeah, it's true. And spoilers. So just make sure that you folks try and not spoil stuff in the chat or in the comments for the VOD after when it comes to Curse of Strahd. If you've played Curse of Strahd before and you know what's going to happen, please don't post, because these guys watch afterwards and they will hear stuff they're not supposed to hear about the story that's coming, as well as people at home who are playing or don't want to spoil the stream. So just make sure that it's a spoiler-free chat experience. We will moderate through that and remove any spoilerific comments, but just keep in mind and try and do what you can to not do that. That would be amazing. If you do want spoilers, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. we've started a new show called Behind the Screen, and that is an hour episode of me in this view that you have right here, and it is a Q&A session about the show, about RealmSmith, about everything else that we have. that we can actually, you can ask us questions about it, and we'll basically walk you through why I made certain decisions during the session. And so there will be spoilers from what we've played so far, not necessarily spoilers for what is ahead. So that is behind the screen tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We also have a Discord channel, which we'll post a link in the chat for, and you guys can join that and follow along with that as well. I'll talk about Extra Life real quick. Basically, throughout the season, we have been raising money for Extra Life, and if you donate to the RealmSmith Extra Life, I always do that. I know.
Every time.
I think he's fixing it right now because it was missing. But anyways, up here there will be a little bar that will show items. There it is. Items that we've sent to the players in game. So as you donate, it accumulates. And next one is a case of +1 bolts, which I think we're only under $100. Oh, it's broken again. There we go. We're just under $100 away from that. So once you guys hit that, I will introduce that into the game experience, and it's your way to kind of be interactive with what happens at the table. There's a lot of announcements. I apologize. We'll get through them as quickly as possible.
You're doing
Nolzers, we did the young gold dragon last night. Next week, I don't know what I'm going to be doing next, but we will be posting a schedule about March and what we'll be doing. But what we will be doing at the end of the month in March, on March 29th, is live from GaryCon. We will have Nolzer's session. The event is live in tabletop events at the GaryCon site. Space is limited, so check that out. We will be painting the young red dragon with a celebrity and with some folks from WizKids at the show, so make sure you get that, and then we'll be airing that episode later that night. Speaking further of GaryCon, the finale for this season, so we have 13 episodes of Curse of Strahd. The finale for this one will be live at GaryCon with some celebrity guests and some crazy twists, as well as the ability for you at home to be interactive in the combat that's happening at the table. So get your bit fingers ready. By spending bits, you by spending bits, you can actually be involved in the combat and interact with the game from your home. So that is Saturday, March 28th at 10 a.m. Central Time. I have to put Central Time on there. But be sure that you're there ready to go to help the party get through the finale, which is going to be insanity. We have a merch store. You can check it out. We have a lot of fun t-shirts with all of our character slogans and quotes. There are sweatshirts and hoodies and t-shirts and phone cases and all about that kind of stuff. You can find the panel below on the RealmSmith Twitch for sure. And our boxes. We have a monthly adventure box that you can check out if you go to our website, realmsmith.tv, and enter the promo code IWantAdventure. You will get $20 off your first box. Whew, that was a lot.
Yeah,
we are live on the D&D Twitch, on the RealmSmith Twitch. If you want to follow us on the RealmSmith Twitch, this little potion bottle will light up. Purple once for follow, twice for subscribe, and three times for a Extra Life donation. So that's just a way for you guys to see and affect what's going on in the room. You guys are getting nuts. And we're super excited about that. Lastly, we said we were going to have a huge announcement tonight. The way that our live streams work is that we do different campaign settings per season. The first season was Curse of Strahd, and I know you guys love it, and I know some of you are a little bummed that we're not doing Curse of Strahd right away, but April 6th we will be starting a second season of a different campaign setting, and then we'll come back to Curse of Strahd after that, just in time to finish off around Halloween, which is kind of the intention for Curse of Strahd, which is kind of perfect.
Yep.
But we are going to announce tonight what the next campaign setting is. Mm-hmm. Julian, thanks for the follow. Julian, want to roll that announcement?
Here we go.
There it is, folks. Our next season will be Wildmount. We will be. It's crazy. I just got chills a little bit.
Me too.
It's really an honor and a pleasure to be the first kind of native stream on. I know that D&D Beyond does a Wildmount season. It's really, really great campaign. We are joining them in that, and we are very excited to jump into the Menagerie Coast in our upcoming campaign starting April 6th. I'd love to be on the chat right now to find out what people are saying about it.
Yeah.
Because we had a poll last night in Nolzers about what it was going to be. Nobody guessed Wildmount. It's not out yet, right?
Yeah,
so I guess nobody.
totally.
But we are super excited, and we are actually working with the writers of the book and some of the Critical Role staff, including Matt himself, to actually bring this to life. So it is really crazy, really awesome, and we are so stinking excited. So
People are like bummed and crazy happy at the same time.
yeah.
That was Curse of Strahd.
Yeah. So we will do Wildmount for 12 episodes, and we'll be back in Curse of Strahd in 3 months, which is nothing. So, and Wildmount's going to be crazy awesome. It's going to be so much fun, and we're so very excited. And it also gives people who enjoyed Curse of Strahd the chance to kind of catch up if they haven't watched the whole season in between, and then come back as well. And so you have kind of bite-sized chunks. It's no different than a Netflix show or a TV show or anything that has a seasonal sort of situation. In fact, ours comes back faster than those do.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are very, very excited. All right.
Oh, I'm pumped.
Are you guys ready?
Awesome, yeah.
Super pumped.
Oh, man. All right. Roll the recap. We'll be back in a sec.
Previously on Into the Mist.
The Abjurer, the monk, that is the paladin. This is the artifact. The fifth and final card is the beast. The cards have spoken. Falpher, be gone. This cart comes around the corner. This little old woman. Oh, hello. I have these wonderful pastries. 1 gold each.
Two pies.
They're
Two
safe,
pies?
so I'll take one.
This is a delightful pie.
Would you like one, my dear?
I do.
Yes.
It's so good.
Falpher, make a Constitution saving throw. He is out.
Perhaps this was a bad idea.
You're just super, super happy.
Callie, you really should try this.
You have a little bit of a buzz going on. Dave, can you come in? Welcome, Dave, to the table.
I said we kill you.
Walking up the road, a shambling creature looks a lot like Oral. Before we get into initiative,
Oh.
Falpher, you hear the sound of birds. Falpher!
Huzzah!
Yes, it is me! He puts his arm around you, and you guys start to walk.
Okay. This is the nicest I've felt in this campaign so far.
Now, he is approaching the party, walking directly towards Dmitri.
I'm gonna walk straight over to Falpher and punch him in the head. It's 6d6.
Falpher folds off and basically flies off your shoulders.
So as I'm coming in for the attack, I'm going to use Giant's Might.
All of a sudden, Sterling goes twice his size. He comes across right through your dead rotting skin, comes across again, another slash across the shoulder. Yeah.
So I'm gonna shoot my arrow at him.
Arrow flies under and hits you dead in the chest. Rone, you're up. You are seeing Oral came in, and he actually went in for a hug to Dmitri, and in fact, he picked Falpher up, he swung him around, and that's what you saw.
I'm gonna walk over to Callie. This is a good day. I'll end my turn there.
Okay.
I'm going to lay on hands to stabilize Falpher.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna move the 15 feet away.
Attack of opportunity on him. You go again to smash him, and he escapes out from behind Dimitri's legs.
As a reaction, though, I'm going to attack him. Divine Smite.
How would you like to finish off the revenue?
Oh. Re-decapitate.
Thank you, David, for joining us.
And
Can we please move? We need to get to Vallaki. We are not far now. As you approach, the 2 guards inside, one of them yells out and says, "Oi, who goes there?"
We're looking for a place to stay and for a good meal.
The Blue Water Inn would be where do you want to go?
Let us go have a drink, huh?
I'm in.
As you guys are kind of sitting there, through the door on the right, the curtains fly open, and a gentleman dressed in all colorful garb, colorful top hat, enters, and he throws his arms out and he says, "Hello, everyone! Rictavio has arrived!" And that is where we're going to end the session for this evening. All right.
Good old Ricky
Okay,
Jab.
so just a quick note for those folks on the D&D Twitch. I know DC Lasser is asking. We are not live from GaryCon. You can't watch us live at GaryCon. We're just live from GaryCon. So that's not an event. The event is actually Nolzer's painting masterclass that I'm running. But if you want to watch the live stream, you're going to have to go to your hotel room or from your phone and watch while it's happening live in the same building if you're at GaryCon. And of course, we'll be there and stop by and say hi.
Yeah,
and we'll
you'll
have
be
a
able to
booth as
meet
well.
us.
I forgot, we have a booth and we're running demos of our adventure boxes every day, all day. And we're going to post that. We're going to post that schedule really soon. All right, are you guys ready to dive in?
Yes, we are. Evidently.
Let us venture into the mist. You guys are in the Blue Water Inn. You have ordered drinks. They have been brought to you. Cups of wine. You ordered the kind of less expensive version of the wine that was there. You met a woman and you saw her husband who seem to own the place, and they have 2 young boys who are running around causing ruckus within the inn. The inn is actually quite full. There are a number of people in it at various tables. As soon as you walked in, though, you noticed that there were side glances and looks. You're definitely out of place. Barovians in general tend to be a little dour, kind of dressed in mismatched clothing. Everything's muted, nothing's quite colorful, until an individual storms and bursts into the room and says, "Rictavio has arrived." At first glance, you notice that he is, you see as his hair kind of flips up when he does his flourish, you see that he has slightly pointed ears. But otherwise, human-like features, suntanned, which is weird for Barovia, and he's dressed very, very colorfully. He's got a top hat in his hand, and he is quite flamboyantly introducing himself into the inn. When he does enter, people in the inn start to clap and are actually quite excited that he's there, and he starts to make his way through the tap room. Just to explain the tap room a little bit for you guys, it's an open room. There's a bar along the west wall. There's a door that goes through to what you imagine is a kitchen. There are casks of wine in the back, large kegs, 2 of them, that are mounted sort of in an alcove, in the wall, 2 alcoves. Then there are 2 sets of stairs that go to balconies that you imagine is where the rooms are.
The balconies are not connected?
The balconies are not
So
connected.
one on one side, one on the other side.
Yeah,
Got
they're
it.
separate balconies. And within the room, there are... you guys are in a little alcove that is kind of the front of the inn with windows. And then there are a number of larger tables and a couple 2-person tables, which I called deuces last time, along the right
have, but yeah.
side. What do you guys do?
So Ricky Tabs just walked in,
Ricky Tabs.
Ricky Tabs.
and everybody's excited.
Everyone's
about
clapping?
Yeah, we'll clap along.
Why are we clapping?
It seems to be a very popular person.
So I'm standing on the end of the table as we ended, and so I'm eye to eye.
You're on the table?
I'm like standing on the edge of the table, looking out and looking at her in the eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
Going like, "Hey, this is party. Did you get a drink?
I got a drink.
Yes. Did you get one?
I got a drink.
You want another one?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Good for drinks.
How about this Rick Davio man? He
Uh,
seems a little bit like he likes a lot of attention.
Yeah, I like his outfit.
I like his hair.
Yeah,
I fling mine back as well.
yeah.
What is he doing now, Rictavio?
So he starts to make his way through the tables, and he kind of gets to the center of the room. And at this point, things kind of quiet down in the inn a little bit, as you imagine they're actually expecting him to do something. From where you folks come from, he reminds you of a storyteller. Basically somebody who entertains through story, and he starts to tell a story, a wild tale of dragons and giants and long lost civilizations, and he begins to weave the story as he goes into it, and he's about kind of 10 minutes into the story at this point, if you guys want to do anything.
Yeah, can I tell what race he is?
Give me a nature check, please.
Nature check. That is okay. So that is a 22.
Half elf, you think?
He's a half elf.
He's got some elven in him. You guys have also noticed, in this inn specifically, you are the only people, humanoids, who are of a seemingly different race. Everyone else is Barovian, and they look human.
Okay.
The only races really that you've seen in Barovia, period, outside of the humans that exist, are you guys and this half elf who is now telling this wild tale.
Speak for yourself.
Human.
Yeah.
So
Weird.
So I'll head over to Sterling. I'll just get up, which basically puts me at the same level as Sterling sitting down, and I'll walk over to him and whisper in his ear, "Yeah, you know, you should probably try to play with those children over there."
I would like to play. It has been a long time, but I would scare them.
Yeah, you're not that scary. You could play.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, here's the thing. You are stuck inside this body, but you're not really stuck. You're free. If I'm correct, were you sick before you were in this body?
Very sick. I almost died.
So I say, when you have a chance next, we should... see, here's the thing. They will definitely believe that I am a child. Right?
Even with the beard?
Well, I mean, they'll pull on the beard, they'll tug on the beard. It'll be like, oh my, that's a hairy child.
I believed it.
Right. So when we have a chance, it'd be great to kind of play tricks with them. What do you say?
Okay.
Okay. I will find the spot, and when I wink my eye like this, we'll yes, like that. Then we will scare them. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Good.
What should I do right now?
Right now, just stay where you are, and I
Okay.
walk back to my seat.
Okay.
Where are they in proximity to the rest of us?
So you guys are all sitting at a table in this alcove. Yeah.
Oh, so would I have heard? Would we have heard this?
Sure. Well, you whispered it to him. It's up to you how quiet you kept it. But you guys are at a table with basically 6 chairs on either side. So there's one chair that is empty, and the table runs kind of lengthwise. There's 2 round tables in the middle, which sit 6 people at each. Again, the bar along the left with stools all along it. 3 2-person ones, and then another long table like yours near the stairs on the end.
Okay. I go sit back down on my spot. I will just let me know when those. There was a tavern woman who had children that she brought in, right? They were running around.
So they're still running around.
They're
So
still
there's
running
2,
around?
yeah, and they're all kind of dressed in similar kind of colors.
Okay.
Dark, kind of black hair.
Yep.
One is about 12. One might be 9 or 10 years old. You imagine.
Okay. And is there one that's kind of being more pesky than the others? Is there one in particular that draws our attention more than the others?
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
And sorry, there isn't 2 staircases. There's 1 staircase, but there is 2 balconies. So there's a balcony on the left that's shorter that doesn't seemingly have a staircase leading up to it. The one on the left, the staircase is at the end that leads to the one that comes around.
So 6 on my insight check.
No, they're both pretty
Okay.
rambunctious, chasing each other around. They switch, and the other one chases the other one around.
Okay. Cool.
Falpher, what were you talking about over there?
Yes, I'm curious as well.
Well, listen. I mean, listen. Sterling is a little boy. No. Inside of this huge body is a little child.
I believe him. That's what he told us.
So I was thinking, since we have not come across many playing children, perhaps we might let him play with the other children.
But he's not like other children.
No, he's not. But that does not mean that inside he's not like the other children.
Look at the child. He could hurt someone.
Yes, what sort of
Playing.
game were you having in mind?
I don't know, just like running around.
You would catch them pretty quickly, I think.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be very fun. I mean, I'm a grown man, but I still enjoy seeing other children play. No?
Well, that's true, but, well, what's your take on all this?
I would like to play. I was stuck in bed for so long when I was sick, and I haven't been able to play with other kids since I was 5.
Well, I think you should play. Well, don't you, Callie?
Can you give me a perception check, Callie?
She just drinks.
14 and oh god. Perception is 4, 18.
So you're not super interested in
Right,
the
I'm
conversations
not.
that happen at the table. You're just kind of drinking, and you do like to people watch. And as you're kind of scanning kind of the room, you see in the back corner, at one of the table of two, you see two dour hunters type folks with haunted looks in their eyes. One is balding, sports a long scraggly beard, and carries a bow on his back with various notches. You can even see them from here carved into the bow all along down the length of it. And the other has long, dark, kind of messy, greasy hair and a patchwork fur cloak. And they're in the back and they're kind of looking around, but they stand out from everyone else. Everyone else just seems to be townsfolk, other than Rotavio, of course. But these seem to be, first of all, they have weapons on them, which the other people in the inn don't. And they just seem to stick out a little bit. You notice that these guys are too busy having conversation.
Chatting about children.
Yeah.
That drive me crazy.
Yeah.
Is it very brightly lit in here?
No, it's
Is there a
moderate.
specifically dark, empty corner? At some point?
empty corner.
Need to refill on your
Not
shadow.
in this tap room necessarily. Over by the stairs, it's a little darker in the stairwell. But there are basically like chandeliers with candles in them and some torches along the walls.
Do whatever you wish, but make sure we don't get kicked out of this place.
Yes, I imagine that part of being accepted as one of the children will be to convince them that you are one of their contemporaries.
Oh, they'll know. They'll
Which
know
you
right
probably
away.
are not.
No, they'll know right away. Children know children. You can play with them, no problem. You should try. Let's go chase one.
Okay.
Okay. So I get up from my chair,
Chase?
You're gonna
and they,
chase
and
them.
so these kids are running around,
Yeah.
and I'll get into an aisle.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll wink at Sterling to make a signal to like cover the other end of the aisle or be ready to cover the other end of the aisle.
Okay, give me an insight check to know if you understood what he's trying to.
I'm trying to trap
Trying to
them
get
in
you
so
to
that
do.
they.
Do you think we should change tables?
I think we're fine.
It's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
You know exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
As this kind of happens, Roctavio finishes his story, and everyone kind of claps, and everyone. You guys were busy talking; you didn't necessarily hear the rest of the tale,
Sure we
and everything else kind of goes back to happy drinking time, and I would like you all to make a perception check, please.
Dice tower!
Another natural 20.
Oh gosh.
Wow, there you go. And I got a natural. Yeah.
2 in a
A
row.
natural one?
Nat one.
And a nat one. That's great.
Just so you know, they do
They do.
sometimes.
13, 8, natural 20,
22.
22, wow, okay. With your...
Oh yeah, I can't roll natural ones. Because I am a little late on the update. Let's see where that lands me again this time.
Natural one.
No, 9.
Okay. With the 9 and the 13, things are... kind of looking back, you come from a bit of a darker place in general, but from back in a loom, any tavern or inn or whatever, it definitely seems like, even though people are happy to be here, and it seems like this is maybe a bit of an oasis in a dark place, it's still not quite the same vibe that you would get back home. With the 20 and a 22, you feel a kind of dark feeling over the place in general. Like it's still Barovia, and for a moment you're happy, you've got wine in your hand, and people are laughing, and there's stories being told, but then it kind of clicks in. You start to look around, and you see, at least half of the people at their tables kind of looking, emptily into their glasses, into their mugs of wine. Some are drunk and slouched on the table. And so the reality of Barovia is still very, very present, even in this kind of seemingly happy place.
Yeah. So I'm trying to liven it up.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Was that a
Excuse
burp?
me.
Yeah.
Somebody in the back corner burps.
Indeed, it was. It was probably
Here.
Ben.
I totally just hit the burp
Probably
button.
Ben.
There's a burp button. Watch.
Probably Ben from Sirenscape.
Watch. Ready?
Yeah.
That was Steve, though.
Yeah.
Steve, yeah.
Do you have a fart button?
Probably.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sirenscape.
Welcome to the stream.
Oh my god, if there's a fart button, I'd be
there's lots of
down for
buttons.
that.
Okay, anyways.
So I'm trying to liven up the place a little bit. Not performing, just trying to be myself. You know what I mean?
sure.
By harassing children.
By harassing children. Or playing with them as children, like, so
you jump into the aisle.
jump into the aisle.
And
They've run by. I'm
Yeah.
going to jump behind them and, like, go, ah! And try to chase them down the aisle.
okay.
With the hopes of, like, you know how kids are. They'll be like, oh, someone's trying to catch me.
Okay.
That's my thought.
Okay. So your intention is to persuade them that you're trying to have fun with
Yeah, exactly.
them. Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Let's go, nothing.
Let's see if you persuade them to play.
That is a persuasion check. That's
Yeah.
an 8.
An 8. So you go, ha! And they go, and they
he's at the other
turn
end.
and they bolt.
Okay, but he's at the
Okay.
other end of the aisle already.
Well, there's not really an aisle. Like, there's
Well,
aisles, but there's
you
like,
know.
yeah.
In between.
So they start to run this way, and you are standing there. What is the intent that you want to give?
I wanted to
these
tag and say,
children?
tag you're it. That's what I wanted to do.
You want to tag the
And
child.
that I was going to go, tag you're it, and run.
Okay, so... So first off, when you get up,
Yeah.
are you obscuring your appearance in any way, shape, or form?
I have my, I guess, cloak, but not really obscuring.
No, so
I'm
hood's
just,
down, you're just you.
I'm me.
So you start to get up,
Yeah.
across the floor, and people are kind of like, they start to kind of look up at you for actually noticing you kind of for the first time. They're all in their own little world here, but they kind of start to look up at you and give you a side eye, and you kind of get into position. And one of these kids goes, ah! Starts to run backwards, turns, and this is the younger of the two kids, turns right at you, and basically, I guess you're bent over.
Yeah, to go, tag.
Yeah. Okay, I would like you to give me a
Knocks the kid
dexterity
out.
check to try and
No.
tag them.
It was great. Okay.
I'm
14.
sorry.
14. Okay, and then give me a persuasion check as well to let them know that you're trying to have fun and play with them.
Yeah.
8.
Oh!
So-
I was going to say, tag you're it, and I was going to run. So that was the...
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
you say, you hit them, and you say tag your it,
Yeah.
and you run.
So whether I don't look to see if they're persuaded.
Yeah,
Just-
so they turn around and scream again in your face. The other kid's gone. Like, you don't know where he went. The older kid was like, you're on your own. Gone. The younger kid sees you. You turn around and you run, and he runs the other way. He sees you again, and he ducks right and like through under the bar and into the back kitchen.
Oh,
So
I'm so sorry, my friend. Stalling!
where did they go? Are they hiding? We're not playing hide and seek.
No, I know they were afraid.
And the place goes silent because all of a sudden this massive goes across the thing, and you stop at the end, and you notice the whole room now is looking at you.
I'll run over to Sterling and stand in front of him, looking out at everyone, and go.
Yeah.
How about that story from Rictavio, though? Ah, very good. Very
You
good.
hear one drunk on the bar, yeah, it's a good story.
Oh, okay. And I pull Sterling back to the table and go.
And everybody kind of watches you quietly go back as every eye kind of watches you, including Rictavio, actually, who is in the back corner talking to one of the patrons and is kind of in the middle of the story, and you can see him kind of scan you as you go by.
Excellent. You managed to terrify a bunch of children. Well done.
It was not the intent, but entertaining nonetheless.
Over the next few moments, things start to kind of get back to where they were, and people start to kind of mind their own business and drink again. And
Falpher, I don't think I want to try it again.
Probably for the best.
Sterling, do not take it too seriously. It will take a while for children to get to know you and to want to play with you.
They
and
probably
to-
won't.
Could you let me
oh,
talk to
oh,
the large
sorry.
robot man, please?
By all means.
Thank you. Sterling, you are still a child inside of there. You need to let yourself play sometimes. You must not grow up too quickly. Believe me,
Persuasion check.
being old is not fun all the
No,
time.
sorry, perception.
I don't think it's going to work. I'm too big now.
No, it's no such thing as too big. Think about, okay, what story can I use? Think about giants. Giants are born and they weigh 80 pounds coming out. It's like, they're big, but they're small. You know what I mean?
They don't play with children. I'm 7 feet tall. I must be pretty scary to them.
Terrifying, I imagine.
Would you please shut your mouth?
At this point, you notice, you kind of glimpse the kitchen, and you see that the little kid is pointing at the direction of the table, and the man with the big beard, who you imagine is the father, kind of looks out like this, and kind of calms the kid down a little bit, and he starts to kind of make his way around the bar and starts to make his way towards the table.
Oh, looked like the boy's father is making his way.
Oh, I'm in trouble now.
Even better.
Sterling, for the same reason you should not be scared of children, you should not be scared of this man.
How? Because I could crush
it's
his
so
head
loud.
in my hand like a melon?
Exactly!
With that, the father joins the table, and he says, allow me to apologize for my son. I know they get in the way, and I hope they didn't get too much in your way.
I just wanted to play tag. I'm sorry.
Or you were trying to play with them. They thought you were trying to kill them.
Well, that might be my fault, my friend. Listen. Listen.
I often feel to want to kill them myself, but not this day, and I appreciate your patience with them. They are little shits.
Well, what are
sometimes.
their names?
That is Brom and Bray.
Brom and Bray.
Yes.
How old are they?
Brom is 10 and Bray is 12 years of age.
We have a debate going on internally with our friends here.
Yes.
So, if an 11-year-old brain is inside a very large body like my friend over here, do you think...
One moment. Sorry. Say that again?
Saying, if there was an 11-year-old boy
Yes.
inside of a large, like, metal structure like my friend here.
Okay. This is a for instance.
Yes, of course.
Of course,
It's
this
simply conjecture or maybe an idea. Would that man or child inside the large body still want to play like a child? Of course he would. Right?
I think the question is, should he play like a child?
No, that was not my question.
You are speaking about this man. This is a child in a man?
This is my
In
friend,
my-
Sterling.
Yes.
And I would like to ask you a favor. Perhaps you could convince your two boys
Yes.
to play with our 11-year-old friend, Sterling.
I've heard of stories of metal men from far away.
How about metal children?
You are not suit of armor. There is somebody inside you, yes? You are a person inside? A soul?
A soul.
I've heard of this.
Not a body, but a soul.
Yes. Interesting.
Yes.
And all he wishes to do is to play with young people his age. But he cannot because of this massive stature.
I cannot make myself smaller. I tried.
I will speak to them
Thank you.
and see.
And I pull out 2 pieces of... How much is a drink?
That was a drink of the
Of the ale.
purple grape smash
Oh, yes,
wine
purple grape
was
smash
3
wine.
copper.
So I'll pull out 3 copper.
Yeah.
And I'll give it to him and say, thank you so much for finding a friend for my friend.
Oh, please, it's okay. We are happy to have you here. Do you come from far off place? Oh, excuse me, my name is Erwin Martikov,
Nice to meet
and
you.
I own this inn.
Oh, you own this inn?
This is my place, yes.
This is a nice place.
Thank you.
Yes, compared to everything in Barovia, this is the nicest place we have seen.
And, I own it with my wife Danica, and he points at the woman who was at the bar.
Hello!
And Julian, you
Who
can
we
bring
met
up
last
the
time?
photo of the Martikovs.
We met the bartender
Yes,
lady
yes,
before,
she,
though,
yeah.
And this is them, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice beard.
Yeah, it's an epic beard.
Yeah, it's great.
It's like a firebird. Look at that.
yeah.
Wait, that's Pat Rothfuss.
Yeah, that's pretty much looks like that, right?
It totally does.
I'll tell him that next time.
So yeah, I thank you so much. I pass him the coppers and I go, listen, I know it's not much, but for my friend, I figure you deserve for your efforts a drink.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Is there anything else I can do for you here to make your stay? You are staying, yes? The night?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Is there are rooms? Yes.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
You've already paid for that.
Oh
yes?
right, I forgot. Sorry, drinking.
And I have to. It's 1 electrum per room
Okay.
per night. So and if you get the room with the 4 beds she spoke of, which you guys didn't quite decide yet, did you?
I thought we all got individuals.
Rone got an individual
yeah,
room.
yeah.
We
So
didn't
there-
finish
so there
paying
are-
for whatever we're doing.
Okay, so there aren't any rooms with 1 bed. That 1 room is taken. And you can have this conversation with him, but he basically, as he starts to talk to you about where you're going to stay and so on, he says he has 1 room with 4 beds in it, 1 long room with 4 beds, and he has 2 rooms with 2 beds each, and it's 1 electrum per room. But obviously, with the 4 beds, it's split 4 ways, as opposed to the 2 beds are split 2 ways. So, and the rooms with 2 beds are nicer rooms.
So what's 1/4 of an electrum?
Isn't it?
Is 1/4 of an electrum?
Electrum is 5
silver pieces.
Wasn't it? Is it 4 electrum for the 4-person room then?
No, it's 1 electrum
Okay.
per room per night, split between whoever stays there.
So that's what, like 1 silver and 2 gold, copper
Per night.
per night?
If
Or is it
Did you
rounded
pay her yet for the rooms, or did you guys have?
I took away silver.
You did.
5
electrum.
silver
Okay.
for
Okay.
yeah.
So you did. So you're taking one of the room with the 2 beds.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Very well. I'll take the 2-person room. Is anyone else bunking with me?
Sure, I'll split
Starling?
with you.
should we grab a room?
Fine.
I do not need a bed. We can take a room with 2 beds and I will keep watch.
How about you and Sterling stay with me?
Done.
Okay.
so the two bedrooms, correct?
Yes, please.
And you have already paid Danica, is that correct?
We have not.
I have.
You.
He has.
Okay. Well, you can pay me. Did you take advantage of the hot beet soup and the fresh bread that comes with staying here?
I do not eat. Did you?
Would you like some?
I have not, but I would love some, yes.
We also have some wolf steaks that I'm cooking in the back. If you would like some.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
That sounds delicious.
All of the food so far that we've had has been tremendously dangerous, but yes, we will have some.
I hear they are wolf steaks. You will wolf them down. I'm like you. I'm making jokes.
Oh, good attempt, Sterling. Please don't try again.
That was good. That was good.
How many steaks?
You act like I'm mean to him.
One for sure. Huh?
1 steak? How many steaks?
Just one for me, please.
2 steaks?
3, I suppose.
3? Would you like a steak, ma'am?
Yes, please.
There's 4 wolf steaks. And he kind of looks at you right in the eyes for a little bit and then kind of looks away. And he says, okay, so 4 steaks, any soup and bread can I bring?
Yes, I would like a soup and a bread.
Okay, I will bring a big bowl.
How
and,
much for the
some-
steak?
1 silver per steak.
Okay.
Yes. I will go get those ready. We bring you more wine?
Yes.
Yes,
by
more
all
wine?
means.
I think I've had enough.
Okay, I will send Danica over in the beat and she can decide. I will go now. And he goes through into the kitchen. It closes behind him. He whispers something in Danica's ear as he goes in, and then he heads into the kitchen. And you can smell the smell of this cooking wolf steak. It smells good. You would imagine that you know what smell is. You know what certain good things smell like. but you
I
don't
remember
yet.
things smell
Exactly.
good.
So you'd absolutely
Yeah.
appreciate it for what it is.
Smells delicious.
Can I get a Constitution saving throw for you 3, please?
Because alcohol and pies don't mix.
So that's a nat 20 plus 5. So 25.
Okay, 25,
18.
18,
13 minus 2.
What did
so
you get?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys smell this. It smells really great. You haven't had a good steak in a while. The pies were awesome, but you're excited and now hungry for this. And you guys haven't eaten since lunchtime. You smell this, but nothing compares to the pie you ate earlier today. In fact, as you ordered that steak, you remember that there was a pie burning a hole
dear Lord.
in your bag that you would that you can't wait to at some point when nobody else is around get to and enjoy.
Okay, so it's a compelling, addictive style response to the pie.
You are feeling this craving for this pie, and you know a wolf steak's coming, and you'll eat it, but you can't imagine anything would taste as good as this pie would. So I'm not saying you have to. What I'm saying is you have a craving for it. With you world high enough that it's not quite desperate at this point.
Okay.
You're known for your self-discipline, right?
Yeah, exactly. 15, 20 minutes pass. Do you guys want more wine or not? Who wants more wine? If you want more wine, you need to take another pint off for 3 copper.
All right, I'll take one more for 3
Okay,
copper.
3 copper. Anybody else? Just make sure that you do.
No,
If anybody else is drinking?
I'll do one.
You're good?
I'm good.
You'll do one?
3 more copper, yeah.
Okay. And then within that 15, 20 minutes or so, you guys continue to drink, and your wolf steaks are brought out to you. They're really nicely cooked. They actually taste quite good. And not that you've ever had necessarily wolf steak before, but it seems like to be a specialty in Barovia as there is a overabundance of
A
wolves.
dearth of wolves.
Yes. At this time, you do notice that Rictavio kind of goes from table to table, and he's telling stories to the patrons within the inn in the tap room. Is there anything else you guys want to do at this time while you're eating? You're almost done your steaks.
So the guy never came back, right?
Erwin never came back. Danica came back and brought you more wine.
And they didn't say anything about whether or not the kids wanted to play with the giant robot?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. That's good.
And you haven't seen the kids since.
I wouldn't come back if I was
No,
them.
they
I totally
went to bed.
understand their
If it was
response.
me as a kid, I'd be like looking through the door crack at the giant robot man.
Give me a perception check.
Is that Megatron?
Yeah, exactly.
Natural 20.
Oh, natural.
This is
What
working so
happening?
well for me today.
No, I got nat 1 so far.
So far.
So you... I was like, I knew what that was.
Came up.
So you noticed that you're kind of looking for the kids because you're actually intent now that you get your hopes up maybe a little bit more.
Not in a creepy way.
Yeah, that you didn't upset the father or anything.
Yeah.
Jeez. And you look up at the long balcony,
Yeah.
and you see 2 legs kind of doing this through the banister, and a face like this kind of looking right down at you. And as you look up, he kind of like backs off.
Oh.
And then he kind of comes back and he looks back and he backs off.
Do you want to play tag?
You can't imagine, you don't imagine that he can hear you over what's kind of happening right now.
Do you want to play tag?
The tables around you kind of, and he disappears out past the banister. Give me a persuasion check. That's 20 for...
Oh.
Wrong.
9.
You see a hand come out of the banister like this. And then he pulls it back.
I just made a friend. I'm gonna go.
You did?
Okay.
Who?
Little boy number 2.
Awesome.
Danica comes back with 2 keys for your rooms. She says, just upstairs, there is 2 rooms. You head up the stairs as soon as I can bring up the photo of the map. And, okay, sorry. So, just up the stairs. Sorry, you need to head outside, and there are stairs that run along the outside of the building. That will lead up to the hallway. Your rooms are the first one on the left, first and second ones on the left.
Okay. Is Sterling still in earshot? Wow.
Yes, oh yeah. She's saying this to all of you.
Okay. So I'll turn to Sterling and go, Sterling, you may go play, but don't go too far, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. I've got the key here. Awesome.
Okay, so what do you guys do? So you go off.
Yeah.
So the stairwell that you want to get to is right across the tap room, and it goes up to the second floor and around the corner in the to the balcony.
Okay.
You start to approach the stairway, and you see he's kind of at the bottom, and he kind of tucks out, and he runs up the stairs on the end.
Okay. Do I get that as an indication that I'm it. If he's running away,
Give me an insight
then
check.
I'm the one that's it. Okay. It's you got to know in tag, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Perception 17.
Okay. Yeah, you get absolutely the idea that he's kind of goading you into being you're the taggy?
You're
the
it.
tagger.
All right.
You're the tagger. He's
All
the
right.
taggy.
I probably got faster movement speed than he does. I'm
Yeah.
guessing he's probably about 25 feet and I'm 30.
Yeah.
I'm going to dash.
Okay. Okay. So you get to the edge of the stairway and you look up and he's not there. He's gone
Okay.
so far.
Do I see any sign of where he might have gone?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, this is going to be good. All right. 19. So close to a nat 20. Sorry, perception, that's 23 then.
Okay. With a 23, you actually see him go to the end of the hallway and then head to the very, very end of the hallway and ducks through a door on the right and is gone.
Okay, I'm going to follow him.
Okay. What are you guys doing while this is happening?
So I'll lean over to Callie and go, so we might have to keep our eye on our friend Giant Boy. Since he's playing with other children.
And might kill them.
No, it'll be fine. But I just, he could be a little bit of
The
a
lad's
problem.
a giant, a metal giant, playing with tiny flesh children.
I'm sorry. This is Callie here. I'm speaking to her here. If I wanted to speak to you, I would address you like this. But I'm not, so... Callie, and I turn away from Rone.
Turn.
Yeah. So...
Am I crazy?
No, I mean, we know him. He can be careful if he needs to.
Yes. I just, I really think he needs some friends, you know?
Yes, I agree. He needs to go and have some fun.
Yeah. And that way we can have alcohol and drink and he doesn't have to worry about it. Good.
What?
He's not even supposed to be drinking alcohol. Right?
He can't drink, though.
He can't.
But he's in a bar.
I can drink a healing potion, but I don't know what happens if I try to drink anything else.
Yeah, it's true.
Haven't tried it.
True.
There's probably sensors. I just hold the food in my mouth and go, that tastes good. And then I just put it back.
There's just a tube that goes right to your back end.
Yeah.
No digestion. Just
It's like a slide.
It's like a gunshot.
Nice tower.
On the back of us, we see
Yeah.
this elderwood on the back.
Yeah, it's so great when we
Great.
compare our sponsor products to poop shoots. Thank you, Elderwood, for your nice power poop shoots. That's all right. We digress. Okay, so you get to the top of the stairs. You see him kind of duck in. You head to the end.
Yeah.
I'd like you to make a. You get to the end actually. So you walk by. There is a door at the top of the stairs that is closed currently. It's got a lock in it. And there is a light, almost like a fire, that's burning behind, under it, you can see.
Okay.
It's a little darker up here, so it's not really lit with torches. All the light is coming from the chandeliers that are kind of hanging at the same level as this balcony.
Yeah.
You head down, you see that there's a door on the right. You head about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet.
Okay.
There's another door, but he went past this. You go to the end, and there's a door right on the end. But he went to the right, there's no door.
Like he walked through the wall or something? Okay.
Give me an insight check.
All right. Oh, magic
Change
children.
just changed.
Oh, this is interesting.
7.
oh,
As far as you know, he did not go through the door. You went to the right, and he was gone.
All right. So I guess I would run up and I look at the wall and I think for a minute and then I say, well, I do want to hear Octavio's story when he comes to our table too. I don't know where you went. I'm gonna go, and I'm pretending that I'm leaving. Like I'm making like really loud footsteps and trying to make them quieter.
Yeah.
But I actually have only gone like 5 feet.
Okay. So you start to do that. No response.
All right.
Okay. And you continue to do that. So how many feet do you go before you?
Like
give
15
up.
feet.
Okay. So you go about 15 feet, and you look across the balcony.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on the other balcony with his feet over the side, and he's dangling. And he goes,
How far is
He
that
played
balcony
you.
from the other balcony? If I
20 feet.
20 feet. All right. Hold on a second.
He's gonna jump across.
I got a 15.
No, well, actually, sorry. You're. It's 20 feet gap. So you're at the so it'd be like 25 feet to hit the other side.
I got a
like
15
banisters, or-
strength modifier. Not modifier, but strength.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make it.
No. And if you fell, you would kill everyone.
Yeah.
But there's a giddy small child who's playing his first game.
How much do you weigh?
Is there a chandelier between here and the other side?
They're absolutely.
How strong does it appear to be?
Give me a perception check.
This is the best.
And none of us know what he's about to
I
do.
know. We're all sitting quietly.
14.
Fairly
lands on
secure.
me.
It's connected to the ceiling, which is a really thick kind of rafter.
Okay.
A piece of wood with a chain. It
Okay.
looks solid.
By fairly secure and solid, I think that it would hold my weight plus whatever extra
What's your
force
weight?
from my momentum. If I remember, about 300 pounds off the top of my head.
Okay.
I mean, it's holding.
Yeah.
The chandelier's large. It's like a big wagon wheel. You imagine that wagon wheel's fairly heavy, so you think it would probably hold your weight.
306 pounds.
Yeah. Back to down below. What are you guys doing? So you guys now have your keys. You finished off your wolf steak. You're finishing up your final kind of sips of wine. What are you doing currently?
Excuse me, I'm trying to try to flag down either the husband or the wife.
Yeah, the Danica is behind the bar. And she says, "Oh yes, and she comes over. She says, "Yes, may I help you?"
Yes, I haven't paid yet. How much was it in total? I have a room, a steak.
So one room is 1 electrum. You had a steak, which is 2 silver. 1 silver. 1 silver.
The room was already paid for by myself.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
he
you
paid,
paid the
he
room.
paid.
Oh yes, you can settle that up. You already
settle
paid
with him.
Erwin, is that right?
I did.
Yes. Okay. So it'll be yes. So it'll be 1 silver for the steak.
And then I had a lovely
The wine.
wine.
3 copper.
3.
So it'll be 1 silver and 3 copper. You only had 1 glass.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I had
All right. Here, have 2 silver and keep the
Oh,
change.
why? Thank you very much. Enjoy your
Yes.
stay.
Thank you very much.
And she also brought the soup and the bread and so on. You guys have all finished that up. As you're kind of settling up with her, Rectavio kind of approaches the table. He says, "Hello, everyone. How are you today?"
How are you tonight?
Well, I am so well. I'm so happy to be here. You must be new to this area, is that right? I haven't seen you here yet.
What gave it away?
Oh, that was a trick question, is that right? Yes, well, you're all quite different. I've seen you type before here in Barovia and in this area. You're adventurers, I imagine.
Well, not really by choice.
No.
Not by choice.
Well, I am an
you are
adventurer.
forced into adventure, is that
no,
right?
No, of course not. We do adventure because we love it, but also we are here because we don't know why.
It's true.
Ah, well, the mists of Barovia tend to draw those that it wants, not always those that want it.
That's true. It's the
Yes.
mist. Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
of course.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly why we were brought here and
Yes.
how we can return.
I was gonna let out a little smirk as he says that statement because I was specifically looking for it.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I am sorry. Pardon my rudeness. I am Rectavio.
No, we heard your name when we came in, and you
Yes.
went, Rectavio arrives!
Oh, that is right. Yes, I tend
said
to.
your name.
People around these parts need a little bit of, how you say, cheering up, as it were. And of course, I have a gift that I like to share with those that need some cheering. So that is me. I've been here for several months now, and I'm enjoying my stay.
Oh, what brought you here?
Oh, I just myself and
It wasn't
Several
the mist.
we're
months.
laughing.
No,
Was there something funny?
I found it. No, it was curious way of responding. Who brought you here? You self did. Like your own legs. I'm sorry. I was just imagining. Okay, legs, lead me to Barovia, and then you came here. Like you had to convince them.
Are you from Barovia then?
No, I'm not. I'm from an adjacent. place.
What land is that?
Many. I've been around. But I'm a carnival ringmaster in search of new actors.
Ringmaster?
Yes.
That is an
Yes,
adventure
I am
I've never been on.
Yes,
Wait, was that your wagon we saw back in the yard over there before? It was a big wagon, very colorful.
Yes, in the Arasek stockyard.
That is correct. That is my wagon. That is how I travel and hold all my carnival-y things.
Well, I mean, perhaps one day you could show us your carnival.
I have many wonders, actually, but would any of you be interested in that sort of life? I know the adventuring life is dangerous and
I suspect that...
well paid, but...
In joining a circus.
Yes. I mean, this one here, your stature, your strange beard, it's quite interesting. I've never seen a beard on a halfling.
A freak, to be sure.
Yes, perhaps it is strange.
Is that real? Like, halflings aren't supposed to have beards.
Does it look weird to you?
No, it's quite interesting.
Yes, it's very interesting. Let's not talk about it too long. No, it's
Let's not talk about it.
This adventuring that you speak of, the carnival, I see that as an adventure.
Sure, of course it is.
Every night you must lead people through a story, and then tell of magical places and give great experiences. It's not something that I do naturally, but
You could be interested.
perhaps
Right.
under the right influence.
Do you have any special abilities?
No, but I do have great pies.
Pies? You have pies.
I can think of at least one great ability he has.
What's that?
Oh,
to share.
magnet for trouble.
Oh,
Well, perhaps that's true. If you need trouble in your show, I'm the man.
danger is also a way to draw folks. I had this gentleman once. He was a Goliath. Have you heard of a Goliath before? And big long sword, and he would swallow it.
No
and
way.
People loved it.
Have you ever seen a man swallow
Well,
an arrow?
An arrow.
Yes, look. And I and I put it back.
As he does that, I'm gonna raise my hand
Yeah,
slightly
yeah.
and just let flames start to flicker around my palm.
You have some abilities too, I see.
I dabble.
Very
I
interesting.
put my crossbow back. I'm simply kidding. I would love to learn more about this carnival circus you have going on.
Yes. Well, it's not here. I'm here from another land. I basically spend my time and have free room and board, and I tell stories. That's what I do. I have zero musical ability whatsoever. But I am a bard of stories. I am a teller of tales.
Do you
and
have
that is
any
how
animals?
sorry.
Do you have any animals in your circus?
Why, yes, of course.
What kind of animals do you have in this circus?
We have saber-toothed tigers. We have
Oh, wow.
elephants.
What?
Yes.
I've always been a great fan of monkeys myself.
Oh, yes.
Do you have a monkey?
Oh, we have many monkeys.
Many monkeys.
Yes, we've had many monkeys.
Currently, how many do you have?
I have none now.
Do I believe him?
Give me an insight check.
That's 17.
Hello.
You get the sense that he is being truthful about the fact that he says he doesn't have a monkey now. You are peering across at this swaying chandelier.
No.
Yeah,
This
I'm looking at it.
load-bearing, sufficient,
I've got conflicting
solid chandelier.
voices in my head here. I've got Falpher on one shoulder. It's, go on, do it! And I've got you're lickety livans, and my father on the other side, saying, Sterling, I raised you to be smarter than this. How did you get over there?
Magic!
Can you show me?
No, I'm not allowed.
Do it!
Give me a persuasion check.
This is awesome.
Natural 1.
Oh.
He does this.
So I look down to see if there's anything directly under the chandelier.
Are we under?
No. So you are not directly under the chandelier. Under the chandelier is a table, a round table, and it's got a number of Barovia, 3 different Barovians sitting out.
All right.
Fall damage on.
Yeah,
us.
that's right. Like, how many people would die if I mess this up? Carry the 2.
Carry the 2.
Do I see our table?
You have to carry
Yeah, you can see
Oh my
down to the right
goodness.
is that table. You can see the top of the
And
table.
so I
wanna
can see
hear
Rictavio
Falpher
is
do
there
the-
now, though,
do
right?
the
Yes.
shoulder angel.
All right, so I see Rictavio down there, and my father's words, "Go, listen to his story." No, jump there. And I'm gonna roll a die to see what I do.
What is what?
What? You're gonna...
Okay. 1 to 3 is my father. 4 to 6 is.
How convenient after the roll.
Yeah, I mean, I could roll again if you really want me to. All right.
Falpher it is.
Is it?
I should have just kept my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yes.
You look back up from the table,
okay.
and he's gone.
Oh, the boy's gone.
Oh.
So I was about to run and like a doom, and then I stop and I look back down the hallway in case he's there. Is he there? No. And I look back over there. Is he there?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 14.
No.
Wow.
All right. So now I'm okay, Father. And so I go and I walk down the stairs to go back to our table because I don't want to miss Rictavio either.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping an eye up there in case I see him.
Okay. All right. So you come down the stairs and you see them and you start to make your way across the tap room.
All right.
Okay. Rictavio says, "So, tell me, where do you get this power that you have? Is it a trick, an illusion?"
Illusion?
Yes.
No. There's no illusion here.
You're telling me the magic is real.
The magic is real.
Oh, well, show me, please.
I am not some conjurer of cheap tricks.
Come on.
Well done.
Yeah, well played.
That's inspiration. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was well played. Show me something.
Tell you what. You want to see something cool?
Sure.
What's in it for me?
Ah, well, I mean,
He may not be a conjurer of cheap tricks, but he is a seller of cheap tricks.
We all need to make a living.
Fair enough.
I do it telling stories. He does it
Selling magic.
showing me cheap tricks.
All right, hold on. I'm going to make a little motion with my my hand, and I'm going to whisper, and Rictavio is going to hear me in his mind.
Yeah.
Some cheap trick, isn't it?
Okay.
But he'll be the only one that can hear it.
Okay.
I like it.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's very cool. All right. One moment, please. One moment, please. All right.
What are you going to show him?
Sorry. What did you say to him again?
I said, some cheap trick, isn't it?
And he snaps for a second towards you, and you see him.
As he looks towards
Hang on one
me.
second. Sorry, one second. So you reach out to speak into his mind, and for the first time ever, it hits a wall.
Well, now.
I'm going to look at him.
He kind of squints his eyes at you, smiles. You see a little smirk. And he turns to you and he says,
Curious.
"You, curious indeed." No, you. I'm looking at you. What is your name?
Callie?
Do you know any tricks? Of course you must. I mean,
Not ones I can do in here.
well, excuse me, madam.
Why?
Those of your... He actually blushes like I am. It's real. Physically rep. Lucy says, those of your stature. Yeah, stature. They don't tend to have a dirty mouth like you do. You're different.
I have become a little cynical in my travels.
Have you gotten your wings yet?
Yes, she puts the sin in cynical.
Oh, she's a
Sorry.
bird woman.
I'm speaking to her.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Have you gotten your wings yet?
How did you know about my wings?
I know things. I'm a teller of tales. I know many things. Do you know any tricks? For real? All right.
I'm gonna cast message again, but I'm gonna talk to Dmitri. And I'm gonna say, Dmitri, it's Rone. There's something wrong with this man. Something doesn't add up. I suspect he has something to do with Madame Eva's predictions.
You are making your way across the tap room, and you see, right ahead of you is the alcove where their table is. To the left is the entrance to the tap room and into the inn. Yeah. And around the curtain, you see the little boy. Look, he goes, and he turns around and he runs out runs
So
out.
he's on the main floor?
Yeah, but if he runs outside.
He runs outside.
Yeah.
Okay. And at this moment, I remember that as I was leaving the table, I heard Danica
Yeah.
say that there's stairs outside to go up to our room. So
Yeah.
I thought, okay, maybe that's how he got up there. So I'm going to chase after him.
Okay. Ding, 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 ding. You guys, and Rectavio kind of like, he sees him kind of
Hi,
pass.
Rectavio, nice story.
Yeah. And ding, 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 and he runs out. And Rectavio turns around and he goes,
Funny.
is he with you?
Oh yes, he's our friend. Pay no attention to him. He's simply playing.
I must speak to him. He is extraordinary.
Oh, he's quite
He
extraordinary.
would be incredible in my carnival.
Oh, he is not a carnival beast. He's a child with.
Oh, I would pay him, of course. He wouldn't be captive or just a cheap trick.
No, I mean what I meant to say is he is not simply
Nice.
a robot you can use in your show. He's a friend of ours who costs a lot of money to be used in shows.
Oh, I imagine. I was just saying that I would like to speak to him. You're interested in working for my carnival. Why can't he?
No, of course.
Yes, of
all I
course.
am saying is if you wish to speak to him about
He has
being
great
paid
value.
for your carnival, you probably need to speak to me first. That is all.
You're
you-
not giving away sterling.
It's
No, of
pretty
course
rich
not.
how you talk about me selling tricks when you're selling sterling.
We,
I think we should make it clear we're not selling each other.
no, of course not. That's not what I was saying.
That was exactly what you
Kind
said.
of-
That's exactly what.
Maybe was saying that. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Do you have a drink?
I have three. I've had two drinks.
Do you have a full drink in front of you?
I would say half of a drink left.
Okay.
With that, I would like anybody who's had more than two or more drinks to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, fair enough. I think I'm
I
at
don't
2.
think I have. I don't think I have.
I think you had one, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nat 20, but 18.
16.
But nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay. You're fine. You're both fine.
But I do want to quietly and secretly cast Prestidigitation, and I can flavor a non-living material.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make his drink taste like urine.
Oh! Oh.
Nice. What are the keep track? You don't have any. Do you have components that you need to cast?
So
Or do
it's
you need-
vocal and somatic. So
okay.
I can just whisper and make the little motion under the table.
Okay.
And it has to be within the range of 10 feet, which I imagine he is if
We're
we're
at
all
the
at the same table.
Okay. Yeah.
And I can only have 3 of these effects up to at the same time
Okay.
for prestidigitation. So I can have multiple effects, but that would be the one.
Okay, so I would like you though to make a sleight of hand check to see if you can quietly enough cast
Yeah.
without him noticing.
I have no idea what my sleight of hand is. Let's find out. Can you tell I don't use it often?
And in case you need it, not that you do, but my passive
I have it
perception.
at 16.
16.
I got it.
Okay.
All under control.
Just a reminder.
Yeah, no, all under control.
Well, that is a 3 plus 2. It's a 5.
Okay. So you are having conversations with Octavio. Out of the corner of your eye, you see him go, and then do this, and your cup swirls just slightly, goes
Okay.
back to you.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
You come out of the inn, ding ding, and it is quiet in the streets. It's actually evening, and the streets are fairly empty. Not many people in them, and the sun, you imagine, has just set quite recently. What do you do?
Any sign of where the boy went?
Give me a survival check.
Survival.
You're trying to track him, I assume, right? Mm-hmm. Or are you just trying to look around to see if you see him? I'll allow you to make a survival or a perception check based on where you want to.
All right. Perception, and that's a 6.
Perception is a 6.
Yeah.
You come out and you don't see him. You look around, left to right.
Yeah.
To the left, you see that there are stairs that lead.
You're skipping.
Did
Something bang on the floor.
we bump the table? The vinyl is...
I know. Bang on the floor.
No,
bang on the floor.
Sirenscape. Sorry, rebooting Sirenscape.
That I've never actually ever had that happen.
I've never had that
Me
happen.
too.
Yeah.
To the left, everything you own in a box.
How can it skip?
Yeah, it's okay. It's probably the laptop is just okay.
Okay.
Anyways, okay. So you, as I mentioned, you come out and you see him. To the left, you see that there are a staircase that basically comes out
Yeah.
and goes up above you, and it looks like there is a door at the top of those stairs.
All right.
And you also notice that there is an overhang where you imagine more rooms. So the inn on top is higher on the outside than it is on the inside,
Right.
and the base. And there's basically like a bit of a jet out.
Right.
To your right, there is a well. And then there's a road that goes to the left. There what looks like a woodshed far to the left, and then you can go around either side.
All right. So looking at the well, I think, no, he's probably not in there. And then I look over to the stairs that go up, and I think, okay, well, I think the kind of international inter-realm rules for tag is that you have to have it confined within a space. I'm going to go up those stairs and see
Okay.
what's up there. If
Okay.
this crazy child is there.
Okay. So you go around to the stairs, and you hear the door close at the top. Got it.
All right. So I go up as quietly as I can. Do you want me to roll? for
Yeah,
that?
stealth check.
16.
Okay. You feel like you're moving quite quietly up these stairs, and they're solid kind of oak stairs.
All right. So I'm sneaking up. Okay, we get up to the door.
Yep.
And I'm going to listen at the door for a second.
Give me a perception check.
9.
You don't hear anything.
All right.
You hear the thrumming of the inside of the inn itself.
It's just- yeah, got it. Too much ambient noise.
Yeah.
So I'm going to very slowly push the door open.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you slowly push the door open, you hear again the familiar noises from the inn hit you, And straight ahead
Yeah.
is the other balcony that you saw. It stretches 20 feet to the end. It's got 2 doors on the left and 1 door at the end.
Okay. Do I see any sign of the kid around?
He is at the end of the hallway in front of the door at the end.
Okay.
And he's standing there. And he's like,
he sees me?
yeah.
All right. I'm as fast as I can. Arms out.
Okay, give me a, I'm going to say strength athletics check to try and catch him.
So if I roll too high, he's dead.
If you roll a natural 1, he's dead. Go.
Oh my goodness, that would mess things up. Don't roll a 1.
We'd have to ask for that skull preservation.
Yeah, exactly. Please.
Okay, all right. 11?
Okay. With an 11, you start running in his direction, and he hops the banister onto the outside of the banister.
Okay. All right, but I get there. He's holding on. I can tag his hand.
Yeah. And so you get up to him, and you reach him, and you go to tag his hand, he moves it, and you hit the banister.
All right. So
like a
both
Star
hands, I try to
Mufasa
tag both of his hands. He either lets go or he gets tagged.
He goes, oh, you got me.
You're really good at this.
Yeah, I am. Tag you right. And he jumps over through your legs and starts to run
No tag backs.
down the stairs.
It's a 2-person game.
It's a 2-person game. Back down to you guys. You noticed that the swirl in the cup happened, and
So I'll just lift my cup, put it to my mouth, and
It tastes like it doesn't smell like it.
okay. But I'll look at Rone as I'm doing.
yeah. Give me an insight check.
I want to act as casual and as though I'm not responsible.
Deception check.
Oh, okay.
14.
Nonchalant.
So that's an unnatural 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
Stone cold.
Okay.
Like nothing's wrong.
I'll just uninterestedly put it back down.
Okay.
I'm interested.
Yeah. I'll turn to Callie. I'll be like, so what do you think the commotion was about? Sterling running around like that?
I think he's just having a great time. I'm
Yeah,
happy for him.
me too. It's so great to see him play.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
poor little boy inside the big boy man suit. Dmitri, what do you think about our friend finally playing games again?
Well, it's good
Octavio
to see him
says,
have fun.
I'll leave you folks to your own devices.
Sorry, Octavio, I forgot.
It's okay. It's all
Will
right.
you be
I will
staying
be
in
back.
town?
Oh, I'm staying in the inn. I have a room upstairs.
Oh, so do we.
Yes, well, perhaps I will see you tomorrow then.
Yes, perhaps that'd be great.
Yeah, what can you say about the breakfast they serve here?
It's quite good, actually.
Really?
Yes, some of the best I've had in Barovia.
Fantastic. Cannot wait.
The Madakovs do a great job.
Amazing. Well, we will see you in the morning. Or tomorrow.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Turns around, leaves.
Okay, so just as he's out of earshot, from what I can tell, I'll turn to the table, the rest of them, and go, so do you think that is the monkey man from the Madame Eva's?
I suspect he is.
Well, he said he used to have monkeys.
Something's off about that man, I can tell.
Yes, you made that clear. What did you make you think that?
Just a feeling. He's not simple, I'll tell you that much. There's
You say-
something magical about him.
Oh, interesting.
And he knew about my wings.
He did,
How did
didn't
he
he?
know about my wings?
That is very strange. True.
He seemed
Yes.
familiar with your people, your kind.
Yeah.
I
You should be
wasn't.
careful. He might be a pervert for all we know.
He might be, he certainly is unfazed by us being so strange in this land.
Well, maybe he's welcoming us because he's the most unusual one otherwise.
I kind of see him as a potential friend, but you're right. Maybe we should be careful.
He was very interested in her wings. You know what they call that.
No.
It's best we don't talk about it here.
Okay. I'm not sure what he means, but okay. We will take your word for it. He was very interested in your cheap tricks.
Excuse me?
No, he was interested in your cheap tricks.
Yes, you were going to show him one, weren't you?
Yes, why did you not?
I'm just gonna grit my teeth a little, and you'll be able to clearly tell I'm annoyed with you.
Okay.
You.
Okay.
Back to you. You start to chase him, and
Yeah.
you're right on his tail. He hits that door running, and you can tell he knows this place. Obviously, he was, he grew up here, and they've obviously owned it for a very long time. He hits the door running, starts down the stairs, and I'd like you to make a strength athletics check to see if how quickly you can
Don't
keep
get
up.
a 1. Don't get a 1. Don't push him down the staircase.
Kill the child, don't kill the child.
It's 11.
Okay, with an 11, he starts to create distance from you, and he ducks around the corner at the bottom of the stairs.
Nimble.
And you basically, as you turn the corner, he is also running through the basically along the side of the inn. Turns the other corner again, and as you get to the end of that corner, which is about 35 feet away, you turn the corner and he's gone. There is there's stairs to the left, leading up to a door, and there is another door just past that, in the side of the inn, which that part of the inn looks like a little bit of a different kind of. It's made of wood specifically. The rest of the inn is stone. I would like you to make a perception check, please.
Death House Part 2.
Please no.
18.
The furthest door, you should go and close.
All right, I'm going to that door.
Okay, and the door you notice doesn't look like an exterior door. It's made of almost like wood slats, like it's much roughly made. You get to it, and right outside the door, you get a distinct smell of hay.
All right, I thought you were going to say like dead bodies or something.
I know.
Not yet.
Okay.
What?
Very, very slowly open the door and peek as quietly as I can.
Yep. You hear the squawking of birds and the plaintive whinny of a horse as you peer inside the stable.
Okay.
The stalls are clean and well maintained from what you can see, and one of them, because they're kind of like half walls, contains a gray mare. A small door is set into the east wall, and a wooden ladder gives access to a loft overhead, and then it has big doors going west, out like big barn doors. Perched on the wooden railing that encloses the loft are dozens of ravens that enclose the stable.
Whoa. It could have been worse because they sell wolf meat here. That could have been full of wolves.
Good point.
All right. So taking this all in, I'm trying to gauge any sense of where this kid might be hiding. I'm thinking maybe he's hiding in the hay, but I'm not sure. Do I see any sign that he's, climbed into a pile of hay?
Give me a perception check.
It's 21.
With a 21, you notice that there is movement in a pile of hay in one of the stalls. Like you hear kind of movement in the stall.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna Warforged tiptoe.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
And I forgot on my last stealth check. I'm supposed to have
you get
disadvantage.
Yeah.
There's one way to prevent tagbacks.
Oh wow.
That was dark.
Kidding.
He is dark.
12.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you feel. I mean, this is like cobble out here, and so you're having a bit of a hard time.
Yeah.
But you imagine that you're doing as best as you possibly could within this situation. You get to the stall, and you start to kind of open the gate to the stall, and this gray mare is in the one across from it.
Okay.
And you start to approach, and there is a little pile, and it moves a little bit.
Yeah.
Under it, and there is a trough, a water trough. There's a bigger pile of hay, and then a smaller little pile, and in the bigger pile you see movement.
Okay. In the bigger pile then, I'm just gonna poke to where I think I'd be able to hit whatever's in there.
Yeah.
And say, "Tag you it!" And then turn to run so you can't tag back.
Yeah. You plunge your hand into the pile.
Yeah.
And you pull it out, and it disperses, and there's nothing in it.
But I didn't feel anything before it dispersed?
No. And you hear behind you.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Did it? But that laugh sounded a lot like the Mist Children.
Give me an insight check.
All right. 18.
No, with an 18, it sounded like the boy from the voice that you heard. It sounded very real.
All right, whereabouts behind me did I hear this laugh?
The stall that is kitty cornered across from you.
I'm going there.
Okay. You turn around, you start towards that one.
Yeah.
And as you get into the middle of the loft area,
Yeah.
the ravens start really loud the closer that you get to this. And with every step, they start to kind of hop more around.
Okay.
And seem like they're getting agitated the closer and the closer you get to that stall.
Do I get the sense that I should start to get a little bit weirded out by this or scared?
Give me a perception check.
All right, this is fun. I hope everybody else thinks it's fun. 13.
You absolutely feel uneasy right now. There's something going on here that you can't quite get a hold of or grasp of, but something is not okay.
Okay, I try to remember the names of the boys. There's Bray and
And Devil Child.
Brom.
Brom.
We're all thinking.
And did I know which was which? The youngest was Brom, and I'm playing.
Brom was the youngest, Bray was the oldest.
Okay, but the one I'm playing with is the
Brom.
youngest. Brom. I'm starting to feel a little scared. I don't like the way the ravens are acting. Brom.
No answer.
Okay, Brom, I'm gonna go because I don't really like this right now anymore. And my friends are inside, and if something goes wrong, then I'm alone. I'm gonna go. Okay. No sound.
He's so good.
Sorry.
Like, my
I'm gonna
eyes
leave.
are watering.
Mine too.
I'm scared for him.
Yeah, me too.
Man.
So I'm gonna leave the way I came in, and I'm gonna head back into the tavern towards the table.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you turn the corner and you start to kind of run past through.
Yeah.
As you start to open the door, you hear, "Play with us again." And that's where we're going to take a break.
Dude, that's crazy.
The Death House Kids, is it?
Oh man.
Your voice.
All right, I have to reboot here because Sirenscape, something's going on with my laptop, so I'm just gonna have to reboot real quick.
Cool. So
All right, break time. We're going to talk about Extra Life and the items that are upcoming. We are really close to our next milestone. We took a long time on announcements, so let's try and take a shorter time tonight on this. Would be really good to do. Julian, if you want to just mute Sirenscape real quick, just so I can restart, please and thank you.
Make rebooty.
all right.
Make
Look at you
rebooty.
doing the songs tonight.
Make reboot. Make reboot.
Okay.
Make rebooty. Make rebooty.
We don't have that
Make
curve
reboot.
yet.
No.
Make reboot.
I just have this Frank Zappa thing in mind that I feel like Grigori looks like Frank Zappa.
He does kind of look like Frank
That's
Zappa.
in my mind.
Yeah.
Grigori looks like Frank Zappa.
I feel you look like an old gypsy woman.
you do.
I look like a bearded
know,
gypsy woman.
It's the hat. I think it's the hat that does it. Here we go.
Awesome.
Let's use Adam's
Yes. His
mic
deep
here.
voice
Oh.
microphone.
He's not gonna like that.
Oh, he'll like it.
It's amazing. As soon as I put this on, I sound like someone entirely different.
Hola! I'm Grigori, and I'm here to tell you about Extra Life again, where we will help the kids. Because when you help the kids, you help the party. That's right. Now, when you donate to Extra Life, you are literally helping the kids. Because Extra Life supports Children's Miracle Network hospitals like the Toronto Sick Kids Hospital. Which every single day saves lives. I have known people that work at that hospital, and the stories there would bring tears to your eyes, happy stories and sad ones, but we want to make more happy stories. So please feel free to donate and help the kids. Now, when you donate, when you go to twitch.tv/RealmSmith and you scroll down to the Extra Life panel, through this way,
through that way, you're able to donate to help the kids.
Oh my goodness, he's changed so much, Grigori.
There is so much that Grigori can do. and Grigori's accent is really an amalgam of a whole bunch anyway.
That's true.
Because who needs accuracy in a fantasy world? So,
Accuracy is a fantasy.
it truly is. Good job, the kids. So, as you donate, you will see that we are very close to getting a quiver of +1 bolts, 10 count of +1 bolts. As you donate to help the kids, it will move the bar along at the top of the screen over this way. No, I know it's not going to show up now, but just so you know, where to look afterwards. It's that one. No. I don't know. It's somewhere. It is somewhere. Grigori is drunk. So after the +1 bolts, there will be a potion of invisibility, which can be unlocked for the party. And then after that, a necklace of fireballs, which Rone really wants because he wants to kill the party. I can tell you this because I have no investment in this game. I'd like to help at the party too and help at the kids, but let's help it around, kill at the party, huh? Okay, so necklace of fireballs, and then once he kills at a party, he can use the scroll of resurrection to be able to bring one of them back. Excellent. Yay! Okay, so and the scroll of resurrection is our next major goal that we're hoping to achieve at 2,500 gold pieces, which translates to roughly 2,500 American dollars in your weird world where you live, in the Forgotten Realms. So, the kids, do you have any questions, the kids?
We are simply wondering if it's in fact as easy to do as to go to the twitch.tv/RealmSmith, scrolling down, going on the Extra Life panel, clicking donate, and putting money into it. Is it really that simple?
Simple as 1, 2, 3, the kids. You're so smart, the kids. We love you so much, the kids.
Thank you for saying so, Grigori.
And thank you all for all of the generous donations that you have given so far. You are truly helping the kids. You are helping the party. Don't worry, they will end up identifying those items and they will end up using them at some point. It is not going to go to waste unless they're stupid. So
that's right.
Addendum unless they're stupid. So with that, Grigori out. And I disappear in a puff of smoke.
Wow.
And Adam gets his mic back, and the hat disappears.
And I will go and answer questions. No?
Oh,
okay, cool.
Just because I have to reboot the machine.
All right. Totally.
Questions?
Yes, questions?
First question is, somebody said that Amazon isn't processing donations.
Oh.
They tried to donate 4 times or something, and it just keeps timing out.
Weird.
So I saw the light going blue though. Does that mean
twice? It flicks twice for donations.
Once for subscribers.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Well, I'll check into that in a little bit to make sure that things can happen. So, question number 5, more a comment than a question, says, having first 4, so keep that in mind. It's awesome you guys donate to Extra Life and have friends. I don't know if that was a statement, but if you're out there,
it's cool.
It's cool. It is. Yes, it is cool
to have
donate
friends.
to Extra Life and to have friends.
Maybe that's why we have friends because we donate.
Oh, there
I
you
don't
go.
have many
Okay.
friends.
Brilliant.
Question number 1. How many of this group will be playing next season with the setting change? Any new players or all returning?
That is still in flux.
Yeah.
So we will absolutely have returning cast. We will absolutely have new players.
Yep.
So that is, it's both, but we can't.
That's all we can say, yeah. Question number 2. You all picked regular races. Was there a restriction on what you could be race-wise?
Warforged not regular.
Not too regular.
No.
Regular in Eberron.
So no. So I allow, I guess I can answer that. I allow players to play what they want to play that will bring them the most joy. And so playable races that are actually like, oh, my mic's off.
Yeah.
Player races that are actually official playable races, I allow for sure.
Yeah.
And we even made Warforged work outside of Eberron because we thought it was really compelling and really fun, and it's compatible. So,
Yeah.
no, there weren't any necessarily. If it was something that didn't make sense, at all, then maybe we'd just, talk about that. But yeah, no.
If your characters fought one another, who would win and where would Dmitri bury the corpses?
Brilliant.
I would
love it.
obviously bring them to the graveyard, give them a proper burial.
Well, you'd have to catch them first, and he did. Last episode, that was very funny.
I think I'd kill you all.
Yeah, I think you would try as well.
We're not surprised.
No, not at all. Okay, so although I will say that with all of Falpher's strength, no, that's not true. He would die first because he just makes stupid decisions.
Yeah.
What advice would any of you have for role playing your character? I think just as player characters, I guess that's the question.
I would say that a good place to start is to get into the head of your character. Do so before your first session. Think about what they would do in different situations. How do they think? Because they probably think in a different way than you do.
Yeah.
Right? So look at the events that you created for their life and where they came from. How does that shape the way they think? That's a good place to start.
Yeah.
I would also say that spend some time with the other players outside of the game actually talking about it.
Absolutely.
Like Brandon and I had a conversation last week about how to approach some of the role playing that we wanted to do this week. So it's just fun to kind of dive into the backstory of some of your players and see what decisions they might make.
I would say it's also very important to remember that while you create the character, you create the background, and you create the character's personality, the player is the one who guides that personality. So you might have some sort of flaw, but you define how far it takes you. Let's say you're addicted to gambling. You decide whether it's a crippling, massive detriment, or it's just an annoyance. So you make the character, but you determine the lengths you go with the character you make.
Adam, anything?
Yeah, just to keep in mind the background and just how they would respond in situations. Alignment is a big thing that comes into play all the time. That doesn't really come up while you're talking about it, but
right.
You'll see different characters who are obviously chaotic and obviously lawful.
Yeah.
And so it's fun. Being able to pick those out. It's like, oh, this character, he wouldn't want to go for that, or this character is going to try to mess everything up.
Yeah.
That's good.
Chaotic characters have more fun.
Just generally speaking.
Right.
For a first player, I mean, this is your first character that you've built for a campaign. Other than you've guessed it on a few things before, but we're 9 sessions in.
Yep.
How do you feel about the character that you're playing? Because this was your first character creation process, and you're RPing for the first time.
Yeah, I like my character, but I would say the same thing. Live in your character, learn about the character. I didn't want to go too far away from the decisions I would make in real life because it would confuse me.
Right, and
so
it's
my first
it's
time.
natural for you to kind of do some of the things you would do in real life.
Yeah, like drinking, that's normal for me.
Right.
So
she's got a problem.
She'll be fine, right? You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
good. So I'm working on it. I'm step 12. No, how many steps are there?
There's 12.
Well, okay, no, but I'm not at 12. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Almost done.
No, not yet. Anyway, no, learn your character. Yeah, exactly. Isn't it going backwards?
I feel like once you're at 1, you're number 1.
Right.
We'll take care of her, we promise.
But yeah, no, I just know your character. Choose a character that you're comfortable with and know what they would do. And I tell stories when I'm talking and driving here in my car. I talk to myself about who my character is, and just so I kind of nail it down.
Really,
a little
she'll
bit.
be okay.
It's getting worse, isn't
normal.
it?
That's normal.
I drink and I talk to myself. Yes. Whatever.
You're great.
Yeah, but whatever.
Amazing.
Okay.
That's good advice. New players, play close to. It's okay to play close to yourself. Your actual.
Unless you're really great at imagining and you can totally go different, but I'm not that great. So
it's sort of like a muscle that you build over time.
For sure.
You're certainly a lot more comfortable. In all the social situations than very early on in the game. So it's just experience and learning and growing. So I mean, you're playing a character very similar to yourself right now, but maybe next time you might want to break away from that.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, exactly.
Question: it's awesome you guys donate to Extra Life, and you have friends that work at the Children's Hospital. But do you guys get to play D&D with them? I started at a young age, and it's some of my fondest memories. You guys would be amazing with them. Cool comment. We haven't.
That's good.
But that's a really good idea.
That's a good
We
idea.
should.
That's a good idea. We should do
Joe
that.
does stuff like that.
Yeah, we should do that. Good idea. We might just have to do
idea.
it because it's now been mentioned, and that's just a really great idea. Do you like playing characters true to their class and race, or do you prefer to play against the grain? If so, any examples you would like to share? Anyone?
Well, I like to twist things around a little bit.
Yeah. Clearly.
So yeah. I mean, Warforged generally are not children.
Right.
They wake up and they have like full programming or whatever, and a full mind built in. For me, I just thought, what's an interesting way that they might actually give a Warforged life, and that could be, early on maybe they used actual people to do it. They would put a person into it to prove, proof of concept kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where the idea originated, and through a lot of talking and saying, wouldn't it be cool if in the car back from PAX, and then it turns out that I just made Alphonse Elric, and I didn't mean to, but it's awesome because he was my favorite character from Full Metal Alchemist. He's just it's awesome. Anyway, enough of me.
No, it's cool.
Anyone else?
I'm trying to play Falpher true to his race, but I'm trying to expand on the class properties of a ranger a little bit. Like, I'm trying to experiment with almost like I just approached it from a trapper, from like a pioneer trapper in northern Canada, Frenchman. That, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to bring that into the character. So whatever I got to do to get that going is kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah, I get the notion of predefined stereotypes with characters and races and classes, but I mean it's D&D. You can make it whatever you want.
Whatever you want, yeah, totally.
You can do what you want, and you don't have to play within those stereotypes. The important thing is to make a character you're going to enjoy playing, and make sure it's a character that everyone at the table enjoys playing with, and the DM enjoys DMing for. Totally. And then once those are all in place, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great question.
This will be the last one.
You should answer.
Yeah.
Are you guys running the adventure box from your booth at GaryCon?
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
So yes, we are absolutely running our adventure boxes. That is what we're actually doing. So myself, David, Brandon, and Julian are all DMing in different slots throughout the convention. We're going to announce what that schedule is, and we'll be running a certain part of the adventure each day. So the first day will be the first and second module. The second day will be the third and fourth, I think, and then fifth and sixth for the fourth. Anyways, so it's going to be great. If you want to check out what you have and what you get in your boxes, that's a great way to do it. And we are trying to get physical boxes at the show that you can actually, if you enjoy what you're doing, you can subscribe at the show and you actually take your first box home with you instead of us sending it to you. So
awesome.
Can I say one last thing?
Yeah.
Before we go back?
Yeah.
We have 5 questions left. We don't have time to do the more questions, but as an experiment tonight, after the session tonight, I'm going to we're going to go to the pub, which we generally do. I'm going to bring my phone and we're going to have a Discord chat with follow-on questions after the fact.
Yeah, good call. Right. And then if you have any other questions, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll do behind the screen. So make sure that you take note of those. Discord chat afterwards, a great idea.
Yeah.
But make sure that you tune in tomorrow night to ask any questions about the session, about why I did certain things, roles I made, decisions I've made up to this point in the adventure, and all that kind of stuff.
Totally
so
cool.
It's so fun, and we had tons of people.
Yeah,
and it was
your
great.
last behind the screen was awesome.
Yeah, and you watched it, and you're not supposed to.
I did, and it was great. I learned so many things.
I knew you.
Many things. Okay, great.
We're not giving spoilers about the future. We are giving spoilers about things that have happened, which
Yes.
would affect the story later. So don't watch. But it was a lot of fun, and we'll continue to do that.
I think we got to run back to the death house for something, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Okay. Let's jump right back in. If you guys have more questions, like I said, you guys can ask them tomorrow night.
Cool.
And so that you know, from behind the screen, it's sub-only chat. So you have to be a subscriber to actually ask questions, but it's open to the public for now. Eventually, it might be a sub-only stream, but for now, it's just sub-only chat while we build it, and just to give you guys an idea of what it feels like and what it is. All right.
Okay.
Let's get back in. You guys are inside, and you see Sterling come back in through the front door. I'm assuming you're entering, right?
Yeah.
You're entering back in. You guys enter in. You guys are now all together at that table. And it's been, I want to say maybe an hour at this point that you guys have been, maybe an hour and a half. You guys have eaten, you've had drinks. Sterling comes back in. He looks a little dejected. He was really excited going out. Coming in, he's not quite as happy.
So go ahead. Sorry. You sound like you were saying something.
Oh yeah. Sterling, did you have fun with your friends?
I was having a lot of fun, but then he disappeared again, and then I heard a voice that reminded me of the children from that horrible house that I tried to burn down.
Oh really?
Yeah, and...
Did you see them?
No. And I don't know if it was them, but it reminded me of them, and it made me feel very uncomfortable, so I left.
Where did you go?
There was a barn when they had horses and they had some chickens and a lot of ravens. Far too many ravens.
Ravens.
And they reacted before I heard the voice. And
You heard another voice again.
well, the one that I told you about
right.
that sounded like the kids from the house. But it scared me, so I thought I'd come back here. I wasn't having fun after that.
Would you like to show us where it happened?
Yes, normally when you hear voices, there's something good at the end of it.
I don't think this one was good.
No.
It didn't feel good.
Perhaps we should go check it out, my friends.
Well, I'm a little curious myself now.
I'll feel better going back if we're all together.
Of course, I'm glad you came back.
Yes, well, we have room keys already, don't we?
We do.
We can take a quick skip over and take a look, shall we?
Okay.
Maybe you'll sleep a little better. Or whatever it is you do when you're not moving.
I just sit and stare for the most part.
I should settle up with Danica before we go. So let me give her some money.
Yes. Very good.
Danica, I'll go over to.
Yeah, so you go ahead and you settle up.
Okay.
Yep, for the sake of
Yep. Brevity.
brevity. Okay, so you guys head out to the barn.
Yeah, Sterling's leading us.
Okay, so he leads you out the same way. You lead him out the same way that you came in.
Yeah.
And again, you guys enter the outdoors. It is dark now in the town of Vallaki. You hear the distant crow of ravens, or crows. You hear wolves in the distance, far distance, but in the distance. You also, there's this like cold clamminess to the outdoors, almost like it just wants to cling to you as soon as you can come out of the inn. You guys head out the door, around the stairs to the left, back to the back door, and you guys open it up, and you see exactly what I had mentioned before. As you guys enter the stable, there are 4 different pens, and in those, there is a gray mare, and then the other 3 are empty.
So I take him to the place where I heard that voice the last time. Come play with us again.
Okay, so you walk in. It's the one to the right.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's happening again.
Strange.
As soon as we walked in.
Strange
Yeah.
music started once.
It's okay.
No, it's a haunted sound set.
Anyways,
Yeah. Okay.
Are there ravens?
there are dozens of ravens perched. So there's a ladder on your left leading up to a loft, and there are dozens of ravens perched on
This is
the.
spookier when it's quiet.
Can I get a sense from anything? Is there anything different about these ravens? Are they?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah.
So this is the place.
They're Azathoth
Cool.
ravens.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I like that thing.
It's a 4.
No, they look like normal ravens.
Crap, what was I just thinking about?
I walk in and I kind of like get sort of introverted, and I look at the birds and I think, and I say to myself, I remember when the birds made me happy.
Oh, indeed.
You say it out loud, or you say it to yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean used to make you happy?
One of your cousins up there?
Well, now, let her finish.
I remember when I left my home that I was happy. I would help people, and I wanted to help people. The birds would be singing around me, and the sun would be always shining, and everything would be glorious. And then I got tired of them always asking me for help and doing stuff for people, and I became very, very cynical. And here I am back in a place of darkness, of dreariness, and I just want to be happy again. I want to hear the birds singing. I want to see the sun shining again.
The sun will rise again, Callie.
Doesn't feel like it.
So they took advantage of your good nature and were relentless.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was taking advantage of. I wanted to help. It just got overwhelming. Everybody was asking for something, and I just got tired of it.
It is not fun when you expect something different, but you cannot make it happen. You know, in a dark place, it is hard to bring light sometimes. Yes, I know. This is why I suggested that Sterling play with those boys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The truth of the matter is that you don't really need the light, Callie. There's a certain sense of home in the darkness.
And Ron, how much happiness would you say you have inside of you?
Happiness?
That's what I thought. Take very little advice about darkness from a man so dark.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Is there any way to perceive what's in the middle of the room? Okay. Lay of the land. Where are we walking into this place? Door. How much distance between me and the stalls?
Yeah. So basically, you guys walk right into, the stable. There's 10 feet to basically it's in all four corners. Square room, square barn. There's 4 pens in each corner. And they're 10 feet by 10 feet. So there's a 5-foot passage. You can walk 10 feet until you get to the edge of the 2 pens.
Path?
Yeah, there's a cross path. And then there's gates on this side of them, there's gates on the other one, and there's a 10-foot hallway that leads to a big barn doors. Above there is a 10 by 15 foot opening that leads to a loft, and there is a ladder that goes up to that loft. And like I said, there are dozens of ravens on the banister.
The strange thing about ravens is that they generally collect around dead carcasses. So that's very weird.
Are we all outside the room right now?
You guys are all inside the
stable.
Just inside the stable.
And we can
Heard the
see all
voice
the
beyond a
ravens.
door, right?
You heard the voice in the stall to the right
Okay.
of you right now.
All right.
The one that you went to before was the one on the kitty corner.
Yeah.
On the left.
And I'm showing them the stall where I heard the voice.
And there's a door on the left wall.
Yeah.
There's a door you came through. The door across the way.
Okay.
A door that you imagine goes back into the inn, and then there's the big barn doors. So there's a door right across all the way across from you.
So this is the stall where I heard the voice, and with the ravens all here, I think maybe whatever is still here.
Really?
Can I enter?
I'm gonna listen closely to see if I pick up on anything.
You enter the stall on the right. Okay. You open the stall and you walk in.
What do I see?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
How light is it in here?
That's 11.
Sorry, how light is in here?
Like, is it bright? Is it dark?
It's actually quite dark.
Okay.
The moonlight is coming through kind of the roof and the top a little bit, through some of the windows in the top. So it's just dimly lit by the moon.
So it's nighttime now.
Yeah. Oh, it's night. Yeah.
11.
Okay. With an 11, you see a trough to your right on the ground. You see a big pile of hay and a smaller pile of hay beside it. And the bigger pile of hay you imagine is kind of like a bed, and the smaller pile you imagine is like a feeding pile.
A bed?
Like a bed for a horse.
Oh,
like something
okay.
for a horse to lie down on. Or
Don't enter further and look around. This is where you heard the voice?
Yes, I heard it from here.
I don't see anything in here.
Neither do I.
Neither do I.
Should we attempt one of the doors?
Perhaps you've just been hearing things. I mean, it's been a big day for you. It's not like you've ever had friends.
Well, that's a little mean.
I'm sorry, I thought I was just...
He's not wrong. It's hard to make friends.
Well, we're your friends.
I like to think so.
And I
of
hold
course.
his hand. I hold Sterling's hand.
and it feels cold to the touch and clammy.
Clammy.
Like wet, moist because of the moisture in the air.
Okay. Well, I hold his hand.
Yeah. Oh.
Now,
Even the DM's moved. He's like, oh.
That was sweet. It was touching.
You're welcome for that opportunity.
now, normally your voices are pretty immediate in their results, but nothing now. Was it different in any way than other voices?
The other voices didn't make me feel so bad.
We're gonna get the synchronized all around the
We
table.
we always do that. But,
Do I smell anything in there? Anything off? Like a body or anything?
Yeah, perception check again.
Death. Do I smell death?
Just
Well,
curious.
that is on an angle, so I'm going to re-roll that.
Now, if you had one of these,
What is with me today? Oh man, that's pretty bad. It's a 10.
Yeah, you very strong hay and manure smell.
Okay.
Smells like a barn.
Did you explore the whole stable?
I did not.
All right.
I only explored that pen over there, where I thought the boy was hiding, but when I reached, it was moving. When I reached, the hay just settled, as though whatever was there disappeared.
It was moving by itself, and then there was nothing.
I thought the boy was under the hay, and hiding and laughing or something, and then...
did this boy, did he seem like strange in some way? Could he move strangely, like he was in magical, or...
It's the boy from the young boy from inside.
From inside?
Ron.
Let me try something. I'm just going to kneel on one knee and cast Divine Sense. Just to see if I can detect
Yeah.
the presence of celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. So you close your eyes, and again, that blocking out of everything around you occurs as they start to kind of mutter, and it turns into almost like a drone and then disappears completely. And nothing.
I'm holding his hand and I say, okay, come on, Sterling, let's go look around. And so we just walk to somewhere else, somewhere that we haven't been
So there's
before.
there's four different stalls within the room that you're in. You haven't been in the loft upstairs, and you haven't been in two of the other stables.
Okay,
The
I
one to the
lead him
left and
to
one the
another
right.
stable. I don't want to go up the stairs with him.
Okay, so you guys go to the left into the stable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go
so-
up the stairs.
Okay.
So you go up
we
to-
just
up the
walk
thing?
together in there.
I'll check the door. See if it's been opened recently. See if it's that door that's at the end of the stables.
So there's two. So there's one that goes
Straight
out.
across?
Okay, so you go that one. It leads outside
Okay.
to the other side. Basically, it's just the same as the one
Do I
that you came
see
through.
anything? Has anyone been through here? Can I tell?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for footsteps, fresh
Survival check.
tracks.
I'm gonna lift up my head and say, I'm not detecting anything that would be bad here.
14.
I'm just gonna make my way to the ladder.
Okay. You see that there are muddy little child footprints that run out of this door
Okay.
and around the inn.
And you're with Sterling in a stall not far from me?
Yeah, we can
okay.
hear, right? It's small. We can hear him talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, of
Okay.
course, yeah.
So it looks like you are right. There was a child in here at some point. He ran out
They're
this
fresh.
door.
Yeah. Fresh prints.
Freshly ran out of this door right here. I can see.
Okay.
So perhaps he's gone. Perhaps this scary thing is no longer here.
I hope he's okay.
Yes. Sure, he's fine.
He knows his way around here, right? He should be fine.
It's okay.
Yes.
He's just playing the game.
Yeah, for sure.
But he doesn't know the game. I mean, I said the game was over, that I was done, but I don't know if he heard me. He might have left already.
Yes, of course.
We'll see him again in the bar, Sterling.
Okay.
You go upstairs. Okay, so you start to climb the ladder. When you get to the top of the ladder, and there are ravens, like I said, like right near. Dim light spilling in through a pair of dirt-encrusted windows is what's lighting most of the stable. Reveals piles of hay with pitchforks sticking out of them. Ravens rule this roost. You can see hundreds of them up here. In the corners, on the hay, just like hundreds of ravens.
Raven poop everywhere.
Are you saying there are a lot of ravens in this loft?
Oh dear.
I don't get it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around. Peculiar. Do I see anything other than ravens in there?
Yeah, so you see the three pitchforks sticking out of the hay. It's hay covering, so there's like almost a foot of hay all in this loft, and it's a hay loft. There's a little kind of open area at the top of the ladder, but otherwise it's just piled hay, basically like a foot and a half to 2 feet all around, and ravens just kind of.
I want to walk over to one of the pitchforks.
Okay.
And pull it out.
Yeah.
Notice anything different?
Pitchfork.
Yeah, just pitchfork and hay.
Yeah.
All right. Same smell as before, I guess.
For the most part.
All right. Yeah, I'll go down.
Okay. You go back down.
Do your.
I'm just gonna go because I'm at the bottom of the ladder. What do you see up there?
Ravens. A lot of ravens. It's very strange. I wonder if it's a hobby for the owner.
Oh, perhaps. Ravens don't talk. They're not like parrots, right?
As far as I know, no.
All right.
No.
That can't be the source of the voices then.
Would I know that?
Nature
Whether
check.
ravens can. Okay. Sorry. Now it's bugging me. I'm like.
Yeah, I have to look up Wikipedia.
What are those words that you
So nature is
Parrots?
intelligence. So that 14.
You've actually heard stories of ravens mimicking people.
Now that I think about it, however, I have heard tales of ravens being able to mimic people.
Oh, really?
Perhaps it's just the ravens have heard the children speak quite a bit, and they were mimicking the boy, and it unsettled Sterling.
That could be it, yes.
But it's getting late. Perhaps we should return to our rooms.
Yes. Sterling,
Yes.
is it possible that what you heard was maybe the mimicry of one of these ravens?
Can they mimic whole sentences?
I don't know. Rone?
Do I know?
Sorry, mimic whole sentences?
Yeah.
Not typically. You don't know, actually. With a 14, you would know.
Oh.
No. You've just heard rumors, but.
The voice said,
Who
come and
knows?
play with us again. That's a lot of words.
I will know, yes.
Out of the corner of your eye, Rone, you notice that in the wall that is connected, that you know is connected to the inn, you see a seam of light passing through in an area.
I'm going to move towards it.
Okay. As you walk towards it, you notice that it looks like it's part of the wall, but there is clearly a seam in this wall.
Can I try and look through the seam?
Yeah, it's too small. You see that there's light coming through, but you can't quite make anything out.
Would I know where that scene leads to, just based on having been in the inn a bit?
The top floor.
Top floor.
But you haven't been up on the balcony, so you wouldn't necessarily know.
Would I know whether this is typical to have an entrance to a stable, going into the
Insight
main
check.
inn in the top? Okay. That's 12.
It's way hidden to be just a normal door. It's clearly it was clearly meant to be hidden.
I want to investigate a little bit and see if I can find a way to open.
Okay. You start to kind of press around it, and you notice that you can push it in. Like it just literally, you kind of move it a bit, and it starts to open.
Interesting. I'm gonna push it open.
Okay.
That's interesting. What do you see over there?
How far away am I from Dmitri right now?
He's down below still, so you can hear him, but it's muffled. He's up in the loft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matching end tables flank a large wood-framed bed with a red silk canopy. Across from the bed hangs a tapestry depicting a beautiful mountain valley. The other walls are dominated by a fireplace and a wardrobe. It looks like some sort of master suite.
I'm gonna enter the room. Does anything? Is there any pictures? Anything that would give me any indication of whose room this is?
No. Give me a perception check.
Yeah. That's 14.
With a 14, you imagine this does not feel like a guest room. This feels like a bedroom.
I'm just gonna open one of the wardrobes quietly and see if I get a feel for whose clothes are in it. Like, am I in the owner's room? Should I be skedaddling out of here? I want to open the.
You open up the bedroom, the wardrobe, and there is hanging clothes, but looks like they haven't been touched in a while.
Is there any other like chests in the room? Anything I see?
No, just what I said. So the bed, and the fireplace and the wardrobe. The fireplace is lit, and it's
the fireplace is lit.
Yeah,
but the clothes seem like they've been untouched.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk out and call down to Dmitri. Dmitri, a word up here if you don't mind.
Up there. All right. I thought you said.
Hear?
Yeah. You guys are all in the same.
Okay.
I start climbing. I thought you said there was nothing up here. Just what, crows? Wow, look at all the crows.
Holy crow!
We don't know if they're holy.
I'll be the judge of that.
That's good. I can't give you advantage every session, so stop kissing up.
You can only have one.
Yeah.
Well, I found this room most peculiar.
Did you close the door? Did you say you closed this?
No.
The secret door? Okay. You start to hear the sound of somebody manipulating the lock.
I'm gonna close the door.
Okay. Can you give me a stealth check?
Yeah. Well, sorry, boys.
Oh.
Hold on. Oh, now, hold on.
He's got a modifier. It's okay.
That is a 9.
Okay.
Well, we can't all be rangers and rogues.
So you kind of close the door as quickly as possible, and you hear the door open and 2 footsteps, and they stop. It was the door to the chamber itself on the other side. What do you do?
What? Why did you close?
I'm gonna remain quiet, standing by the door.
Okay.
Very, very quiet.
I'm going to quietly approach where Rone is.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
15.
Okay. You hear footsteps. Get closer and closer to that secret door that you saw him shut.
Oh.
Until they stop just on the other side of the secret door, and you guys are standing on the other side of that door. The door starts to creak open. And standing there is the owner.
Well, I'm not going to lie. This is awkward.
We were just looking around in the stable. There were some voices we heard, or we know that Sterling heard, and we were just seeing if we could put them at ease by figuring out where they came from.
I'm gonna hide.
And it's not like the secret door here is nefarious or anything like that. It's not like it seems odd.
I mean, this is your establishment. There's no reason for you to need to hide anything.
That's right. I mean, what would be the need?
We're guests in your house.
That's right.
That was really good. You are hiding. Give me a stealth check.
Yeah.
You guys give me a persuasion check and add whoever's trying to persuade and add the modifier.
Yay.
Wait.
What are you two doing while this is happening? You guys hear a conversation happening up in the loft.
Yeah.
23.
Okay.
Stealth.
Okay. Where do you want to hide?
We need.
I'm gonna hide in the hay bales of one of the stalls.
One of the hay. You just, You see him go under a hay bale.
I look at Sterling. What should we do? Should we go up?
You guys are in the stall just below where they're standing.
We can hear them talking, though.
Yeah.
Clearly?
Yep.
We can hear what they're saying?
Open, yep.
What should we do? Should we go up and see what's going on?
16.
Sure. Maybe we can clear it up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys start up the ladder.
Yeah.
You guys get up the ladder, and he kind of, as you guys are talking, doing that talk, that they start to come up. What was that score?
16.
Well, all right. You heard something. This is, of course, nobody knows about this, but this is how, if we get attacked, we leave. This is our secret exit.
Of course, and the trained ravens. Genius.
You always be prepared.
Not odd at all.
Now, what is with all the ravens? There's a lot, aren't there?
It's his hobby now. Mind your own business,
You're right.
Dmitri.
You're right.
This is his home.
The wolf steak was scrumptious.
Really to die for.
I've eaten many animals, and wolf I had no idea about.
You guys are great.
Can Sterling and I...
Yes,
we
you guys
walk
are
in?
up. Yeah,
okay,
you guys
can
are
I walk in and I
this
grab
conversation.
Sterling's hand still and
Yeah.
we run onto the bed and we start jumping.
Oh, gosh.
We're
okay.
jumping on the bed.
Okay,
He's
so...
a kid. We're jumping on the bed.
I'm so sorry. It's just that they're idiots.
Okay, so he's standing in the doorway, so
Yeah.
you push past him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He's big. He's big.
So
He
you
can just...
you push past him, and he kind of looks dumbfounded. I'd like you to make a strength athletics check to try and get past him.
Don't break the bed.
Don't break the innkeeper.
He just rolled a natural 20.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't matter, right? 13
Well, no.
and 13 in strength?
Yeah.
Yep. So go to your regular roll.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
-2. It's 11.
Yeah.
Darn it.
So he kind of shoulders you, and you feel this strength that you didn't necessarily expect from him, actually. And he kind of shoulders you, and you stumble backwards.
Right.
Well, I'll try to catch her.
Where do you
while she
think you're
stumbles.
going?
I got a great idea. My friend just wants to have fun. Can I just get past?
Behind you, you hear... And you see that the ravens have all come, and they're all standing almost in rows behind you in the loft.
Now, I'm very sorry about this. It's just, she's part bird herself, and when she sees birds, she just goes bird brain. Bird brain's what we call her often.
We don't call, but she does love birds. Also, I'm now
And
very much
birds
more
of a
curious.
feather, they do tend to flock together.
Now, Callie, tell the man what you really wanted. You were just trying to get in and look around, right? What was it that you were trying to do?
Well, I was trying to jump on the bed.
That's not weird at all.
That's...
Well, I think I'm going to return to the dining room. Fine ale, good meat. Dmitri, shall we go?
It might be a good time if you have Last call at some point, right? What time is it?
Well, these Barovians, they seem like they like to have a good time. They drink late. And that's what we'll be doing tonight, spending a lot of money at your bar.
We'll be in moderation, without any sort of excess. But, and not when it comes to generosity. You can expect a hefty tip from
the both of us.
From one of us.
I feel like this is a bonding moment for you.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
That was very
So
good.
good.
There you go.
Man.
Gold.
What happens in my establishment is my business.
I'm sorry, sir. This all started because of me. I was playing tag with your son, and he came in here, and I was looking for him, and I couldn't find him. And then I heard a voice coming from that stall down there, and it scared me, so I left, and I'm just worried that your son still thinks we're playing, and I don't know where he is.
He has gone to bed. It is okay.
Okay.
Good lad. Personal responsibility is always very important to learn. We're very proud of you. It's his fault.
Will allow you to stay the night.
Yes.
But you
Excellent.
understand how this looks.
I'm not there, so.
I know.
Well, you understand how this looks. I point at all the ravens surrounding us.
Yes, perhaps you're training them to join the circus we talked to.
I'll tell Rictavio. I think he likes me. I'll put in a good word for you.
Ravens are special beasts, especially in this land.
Oh.
How so?
Remember that. Do not take them for granted. They are protectors.
Were they trying to protect me? Maybe they were trying to warn me before I heard the voice. They started acting strangely, and that made me feel uncomfortable, and that's when I heard the voice.
He doesn't usually hear voice.
Ravens are known to mimic. Perhaps that's what you heard.
It was many words. It said, "Come play with us again."
Things are not the same as where you come from here. I don't know what you heard.
Very smart ravens.
Okay.
But I cannot explain it.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause trouble.
I need to
just
know.
wanted to be a kid again.
I need to know that you have our best interests at heart, that you will not be invading my personal space while you are here.
Yes, you have my word.
And my word.
Okay.
But
There will be no jumping on my bed. There will be no jumping on the guest beds.
Oh, I was gonna-
Because if you break a guest bed, you will
Yeah.
be paying for it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Everything's expensive here. I don't think we should break the beds.
We'll jump on the beds later.
what's happening?
Where is your little one?
Did he come with us? I don't see him.
Well, he's very tiny, easy to miss. You know, he scurries around like a rat, that one.
I can hear
last
them.
saw him downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm done here. Sorry, just checking the stalls for traps. Or, I mean, nice things.
There you have it. He's checking the stalls for traps or nice things.
This doesn't.
He cracks a smile.
Back to the bar.
Might be good
Yes,
now.
we go back to the bar now.
Took our leave.
Before you go, and he closes the secret door behind him, he says, "Why are you here? Why have you come to Barovia?"
I was looking for trapdoors or nice things. No, I'll go up the steps to the ladder.
It's a very good question.
Land is so expensive in Faerun.
You are full of bullshit.
It's surprising. You're the only one who's ever said that to him. Not true. I did as well. Okay. seriously though, we were sent this direction by a brother and sister, and we helped them come to this town, and now we are here.
Wait, one moment. What brother and sister are you speaking of?
We're the children of the burgomaster of Barovia.
Yes, correct.
The village of Barovia.
Yes, they.
What is their name?
Ismark?
Ismark
And Irina.
Irina.
Yes, Ivanovich.
Yes. They are here.
In
Vallaki.
Yes, we brought them here. We are the adventurers who protected them along the way.
They had sought safety.
We protected them along the way.
We did, and we did a good job.
Yes, and they even paid us.
They got here in one piece.
Why are they leaving Barovia?
Good question. We did not ask them.
No, I do know.
Why?
Because they want to protect Irina, because they don't like what Strahd...
As soon as you say that word, his eyes get wide. Keep going.
They don't like what Strahd intends with her, I think. Remember what they were saying? That he didn't... Or that he liked her too much.
Oh, yes, of course.
Are you sure it wasn't because their father died and they couldn't bear to live in the same town where their father...
I think that's what it was.
No.
No.
That's not what they said.
And what does the devil want with her?
Well, we believe that it is based on this document, and I produce the document that was given him. This is the note about the daughter to, or it's either that one or this one.
Which one do you give him? This is from the
Yeah.
burgomaster?
Yeah, so it's
That's from
it's
Strahd.
this one.
Okay.
Kolian. This is the one that was. Now we believe that one was from Kolian himself, but as it turned out, the brother told us it was not. It was a way for him to lure someone to deliver his sister to him.
So you are enemies
Of Strahd?
of the devil.
So far, that is what we believe we are here for.
Well, we've never met him, but
We have heard
he
conflicting
seems like
stories, but many seem to
We
think
don't
him.
know him and we are not involved.
She's like deer in headlights across the table.
What is your opinion of him?
I was going to ask the same question. Your intentions with Strahd are...
Well, we are new here. We're just
We don't know.
figuring out what all of this means.
Finding the lay of the land.
You refer to him as the devil. Perhaps you don't think nicely.
We mind our own business. We stay out of his business. He stays out of ours. We are safe here in Vallaki, safer than we would be most places in Barovia, and we do not try to involve ourselves in the matters of...
What keeps you safe here in Vallaki? Why is Barovia so bad compared to you?
We have a wall.
Is that...
It keeps out the wolves and the zombies.
But you say, for instance, that you do not want to be involved, but now we have brought this sister and this brother to your home, and I feel concerned for you and this town now. Perhaps we have done the wrong thing?
If only someone had mentioned the political ramifications of that action.
I don't remember you saying that, but...
No, me
okay.
either.
Yeah.
So you are not... You are allies with Irina and Ismark.
Yes, we delivered them here. It was a commissioned adventure.
Yes, we were employed by them.
Yes, we were hired for a job that we completed.
I don't think they want us to help them ever again.
I'm not sure they do.
Yeah.
They left us as soon as we got here.
So where to now? Where did you go from here?
That is a good question.
We are seeking some wisdom about a few things that, well, perhaps you know her. There is this woman. Her name is Madame Eva. And she told us several clues with cards. But we are still finding out what they mean.
You spoke to Madame Eva.
Yes.
The Vistani were very insistent and forceful about it.
Perhaps you know her?
Everyone in Barovia knows about the Madame Eva.
Is she evil? She spooks me.
She has been here a very long time. Very, very long time. Some say even as long as Strahd himself.
Are they connected?
Some say yes.
We are simply finding our way. I'll leave it as that. We do not know exactly what we are doing, to be honest. We are trying to find our way through this strange land.
Yes, she gave us like a fortune, very cryptic, that we're still trying to decipher.
Yes, perhaps if we have further discussion, you can help us determine what these fortunes were.
Perhaps.
May I read you some?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. I took some notes here on my pad. Okay. There was a card. The first one was an abjurer card. Abjurer. I can barely even say the word. I'm not even sure what it means.
Go on.
Then the second card was a monk.
Okay. I do not know what these mean. What did she say they mean?
Anyone? The monk? Do you remember? I wrote down only monk.
I think that referred to the church in Barovia.
Abjure was the highest peak
Yes,
in Barovia.
correct.
One of them involved a man with a monkey.
Yes.
But more importantly, why are we having this conversation now?
Well, you were trying to break into the man's room. I simply want now to define his help for us. Perhaps he might be able to help us, instead of putting us in the stockade where we deserve to be.
I don't think we deserve to be there. I was just trying to help find his son.
No, fair enough.
Yes, this has just all been a big game of hide and seek that got out of hand.
I'm simply looking for help on our journey since we do not know where we are going. Or what to do exactly.
Well, if you have questions, further questions, feel free to ask. I will be whatever help I can.
Sorry, go ahead.
From what you have heard us say, is there any advice you can give us?
Never kill a raven, lest evil befall you.
This is good advice. One more question. Is this Rick Davio guy? He has a carnival, and should we go and talk to him again, or is he under your employ, or what can you tell us about him?
He has been here a couple months. His business is his.
Okay.
He helps to entertain my people and keep them interested.
So,
That's a good job.
honestly, my character is a little bit befuddled how every person we meet, we whip out all the notes and start telling them the entire history as though they're automatically trustworthy. It seems insane to me. So, what do I get the sense of from this guy? Like,
insight check.
Yeah. They go, another person. Let's tell them everything. Oh no! It was 19.
It was a 19. I saw it. It was a 19, and then it rolled again. But I don't know if you.
Was it because I hit it? Is that why it rolled again, or was it?
Wherever it landed, it landed.
All
Where
right.
did it end up?
It didn't want to be a 19 anymore.
So
It didn't want
I
it.
think that's a. Yeah, it's a 9.
Okay. You get the sense that he's honest enough, and he just wants to hear more. But you don't get a sense either way whether he's trying to help or he's trying to hinder at this point. Seems like he's just trying to gather information.
Anyways, perhaps it's best that we return and call it a night.
I think that is perhaps best.
I think so as well. Callie and Falpher, perhaps we should go and retire to our room.
Sure. Do you mind? Can we take this shortcut? No, we'll go back through the. Okay, we'll go back through the.
Of course we will. Yes.
Of
Don't-
course.
Watch out! Don't
Right.
step on a raven.
No, of course, of
Yeah,
course. We'll go back through the barn and back in through the door. Unless, of course, you want to let us through. No.
One moment. You are adventurers, right? You
Yes.
don't have anywhere to go when you leave here. You are biding your time, is that correct?
Well,
It appears to be so at the moment.
we are
Just
looking
matter
to
of speaking.
figure out
Discern
what
the fortune at the same time, and however long that takes.
Yeah.
We have grown short supply for our wine. A shipment got lost along the way.
That is sad.
This is very sad. So very
Of course, the alcoholic.
We can't have that.
It would be
And the supply of wine is almost depleted. I don't know what's holding up our latest shipment, but if you looked into it, I would give you free room and board here at the inn.
Oh, really?
The wine is coming from the Wizard of Wine winery.
How far is that?
Not too far. I can give you details in the morning.
Okay.
Or before you leave, perhaps when you
Free
are,
stay for how long?
are ready to, well, you can negotiate that.
Perhaps we should talk about this come morning.
Perhaps.
We have much to do in town tomorrow. We need to get some things identified.
Yes. of
When
course.
you are ready to leave the town, come to me and we will discuss.
Certainly.
Okay. Let us go to our rooms.
All right.
Thank you
Good night.
for
Yes.
your time. Sorry for wanting to jump on your bed.
You have a good night.
Yes, we will.
He steps back through his secret door and closes it slowly as he watches you.
You hear a desk move.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. What do you guys do? You guys head back into the inn. While you're inside the inn, you guys go back inside, and after this time, it's actually quieted down quite a bit.
But what time is it?
At this point, you've lost track of time a little bit, but it's probably around between 8 and 9 o'clock, or the equivalent thereof.
They start early and finish early, too.
Yeah. But it's starting to quiet down a little bit, and people don't like to be out in the evening, even within Vallaki, you can tell. And so there's still a couple tables of people. The hunters that you saw in the back are now gone, and Danica is behind the bar, just kind of cleaning up. And
Rictavio is gone?
Rictavio is gone as well.
Perhaps we should head to our rooms now.
I
Yes.
think that may be a good idea. I had a thought when he was talking about the ravens, and I would like to talk to you about it and see what you think.
Sure. Yes. Let us retire to our room.
Okay, you guys head up to your rooms. As you open the doors and unlock them, you see in each room you see two cozy beds with matching footlockers, which rest in the two matching beds with matching footlockers rest in the far corners of this 15-foot square room. Wolf furs are heaped up atop each bed. Between the beds, a lamp sits on a table under a shuttered window. Two tall black wardrobes stand against the wall by the door. And there is a sense of relief to see a bed, as you haven't been in one in some time. And it just looks very welcoming and very, comfortable.
Okay.
In comparison to where you guys have stayed. Who's staying with who? There are two rooms. Like I said, you guys come out on the outside. You climb the stairs on the outside of the building, come through. There's two. There's two on the left, and there's a door at the end of the hall. The room 1 and 2 are yours. Which is taking room 1? Which is taking two?
So we're taking one room, and they're taking the other room.
So you guys will take room 2. You guys will take room 1.
Yep. Sure.
Which is closer to the stairs, the doorway of the stairs. Okay.
Cool.
You guys now settle in. I'd like to know what you guys do with weapons. What if there's any sort of before sleep ritual or anything that you guys do.
Yeah, I'm never going to be far from my pack or my gear, so I put it on my bedside.
Yep.
And I keep, I just sleep in my ranger clothes, even though it's totally not okay in a bed.
Okay, so you're going to sleep in your armor?
Yep.
Okay. You're going to doff your armor?
Yeah.
Assuming?
I'm going to get comfortable.
Okay.
Keep everything on the floor next to the bed, but
Okay.
still be
I'm
nighttime
going to
ready.
use prestidigitation to clean my clothes and just
Okay.
their cloth.
Okay, so you're sleeping in your clothes.
And once he settles down, I'm going to do him a favor, hopefully hidden. I'm going to use prestidigitation on his armor as well.
Okay, cool. That's nice. All right.
As always, before Sentry's Rest, I read a poem to my father.
Okay.
So,
Very good. And where do you want to stand in this room? If you're
how are the beds situated? Are they
right over Falpher's?
If there's space between the beds without like nightstands, then I would.
There's a nightstand. No, so the only space would be by the foot of the bed on the right. Sorry, you're in room 1.
Yes.
So the wardrobes are on either side of the door here. The beds are over here. So there's a wall basically between the bed and the wardrobes. Next to the left, there's a window. A shuttered window.
So to the left is a shuttered window.
To the right is just a wall.
To the right is just the wall. The door is in front of me?
Like if you walk into the room with the door behind you.
So the door is behind me.
Wardrobes are on the walls that you came through.
Yeah.
On either side. And then the beds are on either corner with a nightstand in the middle with a lamp.
Could I be standing in front of the nightstand so I have full view of the door and the window?
Sure.
During my
a little
rest?
creepy, but yeah,
Or sentry
because these
check?
guys are sleeping in the bed right next to you.
Right, but I'm essentially a guard dog.
Okay, so you stand up. You go into your sentry's rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
After my poem, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Callie.
I'm like this.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
It has been a long couple days.
You definitely smell like a man.
There's something not right. So I take off my armor and stuff.
Yep.
Look away, little man. Look away.
Like I said, I'm so small.
You still have eyes.
Oh, very true.
Yep.
Okay, I look away.
I put my stuff.
I'm looking away.
I put my stuff in my box at the end of my bed.
Yeah.
Still looking away.
But I keep a knife attached to my leg.
Okay.
And I go. Is there a shower of some sort in this place? A hose?
You go downstairs and they bring like a
bucket,
like a bowl of warm water.
A
with
bowl.
Like yeah.
Can
and
I
you
put my body in it?
No, there is.
No, I'm standing here naked.
Time for a spank spice.
Okay, wait. I gotta rethink this because I'm not gonna fit.
You know
in the
what?
bowl.
Let's go back a bit. When you come in, in one of the corners is a warm, like bucket of water.
Yeah.
And some cloths and stuff to wash
Okay,
up.
but I can't fit in the bowl.
No, there's no bathtub in this.
Man, what kind
in
of
this
world
inn.
is this?
So before my sentry's rest, I raise my hand.
world.
Yes.
It's a terrible world.
Okay, so anyway, I go to the
Yeah.
bucket and I whip out all of my. I have creams.
Yeah.
Because I'm a lady, and I have I've got like 6 creams and stuff that I need to wash myself with. Not like you guys 2 in
That's
one.
that's how your skin stays glitterally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I pull them out and put them up there, and
Yeah.
I'm all
Essential oils.
Yep. All the
Yeah.
doTERRA,
Salves.
doTERRA, all.
What are you performing alchemy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who
That's how
smells
you stay
good?
sparkly.
Who
Yeah.
smells good?
I
Yeah.
do.
So-
I smell good.
You have magic. Anyway, I
Yeah.
clean myself
Yeah.
and then I hop into my bed.
I like it. Okay.
I'm clean. You
Anything
smell
else?
like urine
I
still.
do smell like
yeah,
I'd like to
everything.
get a quick
Everything.
conversation out of the
I
way.
smell good.
Okay.
like
Go ahead.
puke.
All of it.
Dmitri. Now,
I'm just relaxing, looking straight up.
something strikes me as odd. Why is
One
it
thing?
every time we meet a new person in Barovia, all of you seem in the greatest hurry to reveal everything about us when we've been over and over reminded how dangerous this place is, how people can't be trusted, how, some might be against us, some might not be. Clearly we're not in a safe land. Why are we doing this?
Well, I think that the people we've come across so far who mean us harm normally mean us harm right away. So if there's anybody we encounter who hasn't tried to kill us, it's probably safe to assume that, well, they're our friends, right?
I think that logic is entirely flawed. So the truth of the matter is, Dmitri, is you really can't trust anybody.
I don't know. We trust each other. We've had each other's backs so far.
Of course. Of course.
The innkeeper seemed nice enough, and he seems like he even had some employment for us lined up. And at least if we can help him.
I'm just saying I think we should be a little bit more cautious when revealing all our information.
All right, well, maybe next time we meet someone and...
We don't have to tell them everything about us,
Well,
as
that'd be
well as
everything.
inform them that we've done something that might offend the ruler of this land by escorting Irina here. I think it would be prudent to hold our tongues.
Maybe. But I mean, if they ask, I'm not going to lie to them.
You don't have to say anything, then.
That's not very polite.
Dmitri... You're a priest, right?
No. Well, a little bit, maybe no.
Can we hear them talking in their
How
room?
thin are these
Yeah, how
walls?
thin are the walls? Okay.
How thin are the walls? Good question.
11 and... sorry.
You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
11 and 4.
Yeah, 15.
15.
You hear bits of it.
So I can hear them talking.
It's stone.
Yeah, sure.
So
but
you
I
hear
can hear, like,
just
talking.
bits. You're just highlights.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
I kind of perk up.
You're in the bed beside the wall that is joined to the room.
I perk up, and I sneaky out of my door, and I go to their door.
Yeah.
It's open. I just made that up.
No, I don't know if it is. It
Okay.
depends on if they locked it or not.
You didn't lock the door. Go with it. You didn't lock the door.
I mean,
Didn't lock the
we're
door.
going to bed, so we probably would have.
Yeah, they locked the door.
You have thieves' tools.
Take all of that back.
No, but you're a rogue.
Oh, okay,
You can do all kinds
okay,
of
okay, okay. Go, yeah. Thanks. Okay, I have a lock thing. I take my lock thing. Try the door. Doesn't open.
But you have to actually roll for it. So
Okay, go tell me what to do. I have stuff to do here. Just tell me what I need
Try.
to
Give it a try.
11.
That's pretty good.
And what?
With your
What do you want me to
sleight of
do?
hand.
it's your dexterity as well as your proficiency modifier.
I don't.
Do we
Dexterity.
hear straight?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
3.
Plus 3.
11 plus 3. But I don't know what a moderator
Plus your modifier.
So
modifier
2.
is.
Yep.
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
Okay.
So
Oh,
plus
God.
5 plus.
11 plus, what was it? 3?
Yeah.
You have
Plus-
proficiency
14,
with thieves' tools.
15,
it would be,
16.
It would be 11 plus
16.
5.
Yeah.
16.
16.
Okay.
Okay, with a 16, I want you
Yeah.
to make a stealth check as well, please.
Okay. 7.
It's okay.
And 7. 7 and 7, 14. I know it's 14.
Okay, so as you guys are having this conversation, sorry, 14?
Yeah. This better be good.
You manage to quietly, you hear,
Yeah.
and you
Well-
hear unlock.
Yeah.
So you managed to unlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do?
Okay. Keeping in mind that I am.
Yeah, and
I am
you're still hearing them.
buck naked. Okay? I am white. I am white because I glow. I am a white glittering buck naked. I open their door.
Yeah, you
Right?
can at this point.
I open their door. I open their door, and I just walk up to Dmitri,
Yeah.
whack him on the head with my pillow.
Okay, so you have okay.
I'm still sitting, looking straight up.
Yes. So you don't see it coming. You guys are having a conversation.
Yeah.
Your passive perception isn't high enough to have heard her come in the door. So she managed to open the door. She comes in and she smokes you on the head with a
And then
pillow.
I just run right out.
And you manage to
Run
just
right
look up and you see a bare white ass turn the corner and run.
Okay, because of this morning,
Yes.
where I came out of it with my arm around
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Madam, I said I'm not interested!
That's good.
Good night, guys.
Maybe you were right about trusting people.
She runs back
Blatant
in,
breaking and entering.
So she runs back into the room.
Yeah, you hear and
And she's
quietly.
buck
Buck
naked.
Yeah,
naked,
she's standing, but it's
white.
dark in the room right
Okay,
now.
okay.
Do you
But
have-
I am
do you have
white.
Dark vision.
Yeah, so you see
Yeah.
in grayscale.
And she
You see all of her
White.
and
bits in grayscale.
So I'm just like, what should I ask? Was that about?
And I walk over and I whack him too.
Oh,
And then I
okay.
jump back in bed.
I'm so sorry. I won't ask again. Can I just curl up and fetal position? What just happened?
Hello, Dmitri. I rest my case.
Yes, yes. Double checking about the trustworthiness. Yes. I'm gonna lock the door.
So you get up again, you lock the
Is there
door
anything to
again.
drag in front of it?
Yeah, you can drag the wardrobe that's beside it in front of it. Yeah. With no problem. It's actually an empty wardrobe. It's meant for guests to put their stuff in, so you just over in front of the door.
It's just not done, Dmitri. It's just not done.
All right, you guys all go to sleep.
Yes.
You
All right.
gain the benefit of a long rest. You guys can put in a long rest.
All right.
In the middle of the night, Callie, you gain a vision. And these are familiar, and you haven't had one for a little while.
Yeah.
And in this time, you see it's dark. And you look up, you see starry sky. And as you look into the horizon, the sun begins to rise behind a mountain peak. On that mountain peak is a building of sorts, stone. And it sprawls actually quite wide. And you don't necessarily, it's a silhouette, so you can't see what the building is about, but you do get the sense that it is a sacred place. And as the sun begins to rise even further above the peak, it sheds light onto the front of kind of the main building area, and you see that there is a symbol of a sunburst on the front of the building. And you feel yourself in this vision start to be drawn and pulled in the direction. And there's a long winding road towards this building. And you feel yourself being pulled and compelled to go towards it. And then you wake up in the darkness of your room, which is in total darkness because you have dark vision. But that is the vision. You managed to kind of turn over and go back to sleep.
Okay.
All right? You guys wake up next day.
Yep. Let's hope we wake up.
There is dim light coming through the shuttered windows. I'm assuming you guys gather your things. Do you leave anything here? Are you staying the day? Do you leave your backpacks or anything?
No, I take
the room
it.
is locked.
Take
You
it
have
all.
keys. You take everything. Take your backpack, everything.
Would I know that my laundry's been done?
Yeah, you start to put it on. You notice that it's obviously cleaner than it was when you doffed it.
Do they have some sort of laundry service here? I don't remember ordering it. That's incredible. Maybe they do deserve a bigger tip.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right, so you guys head downstairs.
Yep.
I'm assuming you guys get some breakfast.
Yep.
It seems like it's mostly reheated stuff from last night. Some of the wolf steaks have been chopped up and put into the soup and kind of thickened up to be almost like a stew. So it's still the beet soup and the bread and the wolf, but it's all kind of mixed up and served.
Sounds about right.
Danica serves you this morning. There's no sign of her husband this morning, but she offers you that. She offers you some water or some wine if you'd like, and you guys, the day is yours. What do you do?
I think it's time we have a little conversation about boundaries.
And you guys are at the same table as you guys were before.
Tell them, Dmitri.
Yes. Last night,
Boundaries.
I won't point any fingers. Someone decided to sneak in, whack me with a pillow. And
You as well?
yes, you as well.
Yes, I was just lying in bed there, and all I see is okay, I will say it, a buck-naked, angel-like thing in front of me and smash me in the face with the pillow.
You're
And-
welcome. You're
Yes.
welcome.
Ah,
You're welcome.
So you admit it was you?
It was me. All me. You guys are being sticks in the mud.
We are being sticks in the mud?
Because we keep our clothes on? Madam, I told you once, I told you twice, and I'll tell you 1,000 times, I'm not interested. I only have one love of my life.
The darkness, blah, blah, blah.
I'm so dark.
I get it.
Okay, yes,
How dare you?
All right.
All right.
That's a good one, though, really.
I'm going to secretly cast Prestidigitation
Yes.
as quietly as I can and make both their meals taste like poo.
Okay. Boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Somatic and vocal, or what's the...
Somatic and vocal.
Okay.
So I can whisper and I'll
sleight
make
of
my
hand.
motion underneath them.
Sleight of hand.
Oh boy. They both have
That's so
really
funny.
high. Oh no!
What is that?
Perfect.
Please cast it on himself. Please cast it on himself.
One.
Oh, natural one!
Yes!
There's no justice in this world.
Okay, so you guys, so you do this, and you do this, and actually you're actually quite confident. You guys start to eat your food. You take a bite of yours, and it tastes like shit. You accidentally made your own. I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's 18.
Okay.
But I'm immediately gonna.
So you want to let it go, and the food
I wanna
just sprays
spit it
across
out.
the table,
Across.
across everyone.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna need another shower, buck naked.
Looks like I'm going to need a... I already smell like this.
The meat was tainted.
What?
Well, now you smell like crap
Timing.
now, too.
Nothing new. Nothing new for
It
you.
doesn't
All
smell.
right. So what do you guys do? You guys finish up your breakfast. You do not finish yours.
I'm just gonna.
Guys, I had a vision
I'll eat a
last
ration
night.
on the way.
You had a vision last night?
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
It's the first
I
time
had a
I've ever
vision last
seen
night
it.
as well.
My vision was almost impaired last night.
Yes, mine as well.
This one was different. So I had a vision and I saw the sun. I saw the sun.
Oh,
In this place?
at night.
Not in this place. Not
Their
in this
sun?
place. It was a different sun. And the sun was coming up against the mountains, and I saw this stone building. And on the building, there was a symbol of the sun as well. And it pulled me. We need to find out what that is.
Symbol of the sun.
A symbol of the sun.
This
Like,
is a
there's a-
symbol from the church?
Yeah, it's like the morning lord.
I think so. I think so. We need to find out if there's a building with a sun. It pulled me.
Very interesting.
I think that's the next place we need to go to.
Well, we could ask if there was some sort of such building from the locals.
Okay.
Can I wave down barkeeper, whoever's serving?
Yeah,
us?
Danica comes back out, and she kind of comes to the table, and she sees food sprayed across it, and on your... It's like, you are odd folk, I must say. What can I get you?
Really.
We had a question. Describe the building you saw.
It was a stone building.
Yes.
And mountains were beside it, behind it, doesn't matter.
Yes.
And there was a symbol of a sun on the building.
Right.
Do you know where that is?
Well, of course I do. That
Oh.
sounds like the Abbey
Where's the abbey?
of St. Markovia.
How far away is it?
Well, it's a ways. It's on the other side of... Why?
Is it on the other side of this town?
Of Barovia.
Oh.
Yes.
Outside of Barovia?
No, on the other side. It's a ways. I don't know exactly. I've heard stories of it, and it sounds like that's what that is.
Not even in Vallaki, it's on the other side of...
Yes, it's not in the town. No, of course not. It's a ways away.
Yeah.
But we just got here.
Yes. Well, this was a dream she had.
It was beautiful though,
interesting,
guys. There was the sun. The sun was out.
And
it
you're
wasn't dark and
You are being drawn to this place.
yeah, it pulled me.
Here comes the sun.
No. I think we should keep that in mind. Which direction is the Abbey?
I will have to speak to my husband. I've never been there, but I've heard of it. He's told me many times of the abbey and how it is a beacon of light and of goodness.
Your husband offered us some employment, as I understand it, yesterday.
Yes, I believe you're having trouble with the wine reserve.
Yes, shh. It's bad for business if anybody hears, of course. Yes, the shipment it went missing.
Oh my. Yeah, that sounds terrible for an establishment that sells wine.
Yes, of course.
What sort of thieves do you suspect would have done this?
We don't know. There's countless ways that could be an issue.
Where would the shipment come from?
It would come from the Wizard of Wine's winery, where
Which
we get all our
direction?
wine.
What direction is that?
My husband can give you directions later.
Can I ask
said by
a
the time we
clarifying
leave.
question?
Yes, of course.
Is there a actual Wizard of Wines?
Yeah.
Or is it just the name
That
of
is the name.
clever branding place?
That is the name
Okay.
of the winery.
Fair enough. So I'm going to look down at my food and just be like, is it just me or is this food tainted with puke and refuse?
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry, you're still here. I
How
was sure you
dare
were walking
you.
away. No,
look.
I'm gonna push it away, and I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out the pie. Look at it, and look at the others, but try to hide it a little bit from them.
Okay.
I'm going to stand up
Yeah.
and go to the Danica, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you mind warming this up for me?
But of course.
Thank you. And when it's warm, you may bring it to me, but do you mind hiding it from the others?
You don't want to share.
No, it's too good to share.
Fair enough. Yes, I can do that.
Thank you. And I'll walk back to the table.
All right. So she heads to the. I'd like you to make a stealth check with that whole thing.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
No problem.
Well, hello there.
All right. So she comes. Short while later, she comes back, warmed pie, kind of sneaks it back to you.
Okay.
You guys, what do you do? Where are you guys going to next?
Well, I suppose we should be speaking with the innkeeper about.
He said we could negotiate.
She goes back into the kitchen.
He said before we leave town. But I believe there's more that we need to do while we're here. We should get arrows for Callie, a replacement string for my crossbow, and we have some items that the Children of the Mist gave us, and we don't know what they are or what they do.
We also don't know if this job is time sensitive, though.
Well, he seemed to say that before we leave today, we can go and speak with him.
We have so many things to do. We also have to silver our weapons, perhaps.
That is true. How long does that take?
I don't even know. Give me about a moment. I have to go do something, and I'll walk up to my room I just have to go change into something different. I feel gross. So I'll walk up to my room. I'll cut the pie or take a chunk of it, eat a tiny piece, like a slice.
Okay.
And I'll wrap it back up.
Okay.
Put it in my bag.
Immediately satiated. Immediately, there's a tiny buzz. I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. This is a terrible idea.
How many fox this time?
Okay. 16.
Yeah. So you managed to. You feel good.
Yep.
You feel a warmth in your belly. You feel a slight tingling, but you're okay.
Okay.
You come back down. Where do you guys go?
I haven't changed. I haven't done anything. I'm still the same. I
Yeah.
smell like puke
Yeah.
and crap.
Yeah, he just looks the same.
What did you do?
I went and I had to clean up a little bit.
You are not cleaned up at all.
No, just my hands.
They have. What is?
Sorry,
on,
I mean,
what is on your hand?
just my
What
hands.
is?
No, just my hands.
Give me a perception check, Callie.
They're just my hands.
Oh, it's only a 1.
No, it's a 7.
7 and a 4, 8.
Okay, with an 8, you thought you saw crumbs, but as soon as he goes, my hands, nothing there.
Oh, I thought I saw crumbs.
No crumbs. It's just my hands. It's fine.
What did you do then?
I just have to go wash up my hands. See, clean.
Are they clean?
And I'll like keep rubbing them against me.
Yeah, they're clean. Now they're
Look,
clean.
clean
Well,
hands.
now they're dirty from your clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, now they got puke on them. Yeah, and butter.
Well,
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What do you guys do?
butter.
I guess we
Okay.
should speak with the innkeeper.
Yep.
I'm just gonna look around and see if I can see him.
There's no sign of either of them at this
Okay.
time.
Can we go to the bar and maybe call out for them?
Yep. So you call out. Danica comes out. She says, "Yes, may I help you?"
Could we speak to your husband? Perhaps?
He is out doing some errands. He'll be back in the afternoon, perhaps.
This afternoon. That gives us some time.
True.
Do you know where the nearest shop is for perhaps silvering arrows or weapons?
There is a blacksmith in the town square.
Great.
Is that where
Perhaps
the
they can help
bowyer
you.
is as well?
Yes, it's right next to it.
Perfect.
Shall we
Let's
go
go.
there?
Yeah.
Let's
We
go
do
there.
it.
Let us go.
All right. If you want to find the town square, head east until you hit a road, and you take that south all the way to the square. All right.
All right.
All right. Let us do it.
Breakfast was
Okay.
delicious, by the way.
Yes, it was. Oh, so good. I've never felt so good.
You barely touched yours.
Oh, right. No, it was not very good. I mean, not for me. I had to move it aside.
She heads back into the kitchen. You guys head outside. Again, you come out. No sun. It's sunny, but there is the typical cloud cover. But immediately you feel it's a little more comfortable and warm than Barovia was by quite a large amount. You guys head east along that road, and then you head south along the other one that she told you to make a left at. And there are signs that say Town Square. So head past a bunch of houses and homes, all quaint, people outside. As you go, the people are definitely wary of you. They're not welcoming necessarily. Some of them go inside their houses. Some of them kind of just turn away and pretend like they're doing what they're doing, but you notice that they're still watching you as you walk.
I'll turn to Sterling and go, did you have a chance to say goodbye to your friends?
I did not.
Perhaps we will go find them again tonight.
Maybe. I don't think they played fair anyway.
Oh, why do you say that?
He kept disappearing, the boy.
Ah,
He had some...
that does sound unfair.
I think it might have been magic.
Oh. Yes, unfair games of hide and seek with boys who disappear magically. Yes, of course. That would be frustrating.
Yes, that's cheating in my book.
I was wondering that. That's cheating?
I don't know. Using magic without telling.
We should read this book. Do you have it on you?
Well, it's all up here.
Oh, I thought you said
Then we
it was
can't
a
read it.
book.
Well, I could say it. It's not a book.
Oh.
It's an expression.
Okay, I have this expression.
Oh, that's expressive.
Right.
All right, you guys make your way to the town square. The shops and homes that enclose the town square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children wearing crude plaster donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations. The proclamations read, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well, signed the Baron."
Where are we in relationship to
You guys are coming up this, down this road here.
this road here?
Nope, over there.
Oh, sorry.
North, yeah. You guys are coming from the north.
Does it have a date on it? On the
It does not, no. You also see another set of flyers, and if you want to bring up the other one that I had there, Julian, for the militia. It's a graphic. But there is another one that you see that is also posted in a variety of places around the town square. And it basically, there it is. It says, "Calling all Vallakians, we need you. Join the fight against the devil Strahd by joining the Vallaki militia. To do your part, report to the captain of the guard on the 28th day of the 3rd moon in the year 735 in the town square at the 10th bell." And that, folks at home, is for you to join us at the finale when the time comes. So that is for the folks at home. But there is obvious in-game, there is a call for more militia to join against the fight.
Some kind of fight.
For
us.
Strahd.
Yes, please.
And you imagine it's the ongoing fight. It's
Right.
not necessarily a fight, but it's an ongoing fight.
Okay.
I'll give you a bit of a lay of the land of the town square, like I said. You see that there is a ramshackle kind of put together stage on the north end. These are the stocks. You see 2 boys, 2 women, and 3 men that are in the stocks currently, and they have these plaster donkey heads that have been fashioned for them. You see that there is a blacksmith in this corner here. There's what appears to be potentially a bowyer in this corner. A couple market stalls. One appears to be selling food. The other one appears to be a clothier of some sort. A bell tower, and the fountain in the middle. And we have run out of time for tonight. So that is where we're going to take up next session.
So much beauty.
I know, right? You guys took a while to get here. I expected you guys to get to the town square
Well, at least
much
you don't
sooner.
have to rebuild it next
I want to
time.
move the phone just because it's in the camera there. You can just lie it down or whatever. Thank you everyone for watching. That was episode 9 of Into the Mist. We have 10, 11, 12, and 13, 4 more episodes of the season before our finale live from Gary Con, which we're very excited about. That is again March
Or dead
28th.
from Gary Con.
Or dead
Depends
from
on
yeah.
where we...
Yes, maybe even undead from Gary.
March 28th, 10 a.m. Central Time is when we will be live, and we will be airing that episode. So again, we have more episodes until then, but there's 4 episodes left in the season. And as we announced today, our next campaign will be Wildmount. That will run starting April 6th for 3 months. That'll be 12 episodes. Yes! And then we'll be back for Curse of Strahd as well after that. For those of you that have more questions that you wanted to ask in the break, please join us tomorrow night for Behind the Screen at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 5 p.m. Pacific. And that is your opportunity to have a Q&A session for me for a full hour where you can ask me about why we did certain things in this session, why I made certain decisions, and why I ran things the way that I did, as well as just general questions about RealmSmith or the why we do what we do and how we do what we do. And how we did it.
I will start the Discord channel discussion as soon as we get to the pub.
Yes, tonight. Yes. So anybody who has stuff to say or ask, you can also do that in the Discord channel tonight. Check out the Kickstarter launches tomorrow. We can post that link again for the dice spinners. We're very excited about that, and we support it 100% at RealmSmith. So we're excited for the success of that because everybody's very excited about it. And then beyond that too, tonight you guys have been trying to donate, and we're getting multiple people saying that they can't donate because Amazon there's some sort of error. So we'll look into it. We're aware of it. I just wanted to let you guys know that we will look into it again post-stream, and you guys can still donate between streams. So we'll try and fix it tonight, or look into it and see if there's anything to be done. If there is and we can fix it, then it'll be available tomorrow night, so you can donate tomorrow night behind the screen, and then have these fine folks get those items next session.
We definitely need them.
I know who wants them.
Definitely fine.
I think that's it. If you enjoyed what you saw here, make sure that you follow the D&D Twitch and subscribe, as well as subscribe to RealmSmith and follow. We saw lots of follows and subscriptions today. We want to thank everybody for that. This episode will be posted tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We premiere it on YouTube, the VOD version of it, so you can watch it with us. And most of us are in the chat while it's being aired so that we can answer your questions, and it's a lot of fun. And then after that is Behind the Screen. And then, of course, Nolzer's on Sunday. We'll love you guys. Check us out for Gary Con. Make sure that you sign up for that event so you can paint with us, the awesome young red dragon. You guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you later. Bye.